Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Lost Art of Wrestling, Week 3 on the road to WrestleMania. I'm just making sure I got the right one on.
You have, I hope.
Are you 30?
Yeah, we'll say we are, we're apart for this one. So, so we're not actually got, it's not, all of us have not got the pay-per-view on in the background.
Well, the network had 31 on, I thought it was 30.
Oh dear. Borch.
So, I don't remember Sting on WrestleMania 30.
Oh well. It would have been a better WrestleMania.
I'm not even shocked at this point.
Fuck you.
That's arguable.
It's a possibility.
There we go. I've got the right one now, it's alright. It's
okay.
So yes, with week 3 of the road to WrestleMania, this week it's Paul's pick.
It is. I also have to apologise. When picking this pay-per-view, by the way, I'm Paul the Hat Guy fan, this THG. When picking this pay-per-view, I thought to myself, well, I've only been a full-time wrestling fan since like 2010, the very, very beginning of 2010. So I thought to myself, it's only fair to go by what I watched live and what I thought was a good pay-per-view at the time of watching it, rather than going back and going, right, well, I watched this pay-per-view then. Like you guys picked 17 and 18, you actually watched them live, did you not?
Yes.
Yeah, so I thought to myself, well, it's the only fair way to do it is my natural first reaction while watching this show. I can remember most of the night watching this pay-per-view with my friends round Alan's house, and it was an absolute blast. For me, also, since watching in 2010, it has been possibly the best WrestleMania since WrestleMania. Well, the WrestleMania in 2010. I can't remember which number it was. So it was the one where Shawn Michaels retired. I'm tempted to say 20. It's 26, but could be 27. I think 27 is actually the Miz and Cena, isn't it?
Yes, I believe so.
I want to say yes. Yes, it would be. It would be 27 because 28, 29 was Rock and Cena twice. So that's right. 27. So for me, since then and now, this is possibly my favourite WrestleMania of all time. Now, I've been to screenings in Preston, this, that, and the other, and even to this day, before I went to these screenings, this was the best WrestleMania for me. Just to build around a lot of the matches. And also I just felt like, I say, you two picked 2 WrestleManias that were on the back end of the Attitude Era. I wanted to pick something a little bit more modern, so we could sort of also compare and contrast. Now, obviously, if you are part of the group, you would have noticed a certain video that appeared last week, or this week even, shall we say, where we picked a certain number out of a hat, didn't we, Coxie?
Well, Bunkle picked it, so blame him.
Yeah, we're going to blame Bunkle. Blame my hat. We can blame my hat, but we can also blame Bunkle. Mostly Bunkle.
I'm getting blamed for shit.
Yeah, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Well, how do I get blamed for it, right? All I do is I arrived, I delivered, I left. It's not my fault that the gods wanted number 9.
Just like Parcel Force, you did a substandard service.
Hey, I tell you what, right? You took that. Sorry, you weren't available. Sticker, note, whatever you want to call it. And it's not my fault you cashed it in and got 9.
This is true.
At the end of the day, I tried it. I couldn't put it in the blue bin. It was too big. So, I had to go back to the depot.
Yeah, let's be honest, WrestleMania 9 was a massive pile of shit. But yes, thankfully, because of the way we've worked it out, it's ironically worked out well, because we've had 2 Attitude Era WrestleManias. We have had a modern WrestleMania. We've also, I would call, sort of the back end of the classic era of WrestleMania. Would you say?
Mania 9 was, 94? So it's sort of
93, yeah.
Yeah.
era, whatever they call it. Sort of the dark days, the F.
Yeah, so we've got the massive highs, the massive lows, and the massive mediocres of the WrestleManias right here. So it's worked out well.
Yeah, it's the decline of Hulkamania, really, isn't it? It's it's after the
decline.
It's after the steroid scandal, and we all stopped believing in the take your vitamins and say your prayers, and you'll be as big as Hulk Hogan. No, you won't. Take some steroids. There you go.
This is it. It's more or less of it being deflated and more already deflated and already floppy on the floor, basically. But yeah, we'll talk about WrestleMania 9 here. We're here to talk about WrestleMania 30.
Yes.
Yes, right. 30. Of course, I am your host, Coxie, joined once again by the baddest man. He's signed, sealed, took it back to the depot. It's Billy the Boy Bunkle.
Hiya, how we doing? ready to watch WrestleMania 30, then, now, forever. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, the first promo seems to last now, then, and forever.
Yeah.
Bunkle, ever the pessimist, then, now. It's going to go away sometime soon, It's not forever.
Then, now, and whatever the shelf life is.
Don't lie to us, Vinnie Mac. We're on to you. And of course, you can hear he's introduced himself already. It's
me. It's THG, Paula Hat Guy Flinders. Here to ruin your day with WrestleMania 30.
Of course.
2014
at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, the same place as Mania this year.
Absolutely.
Yes. Which I thought was very strange, but there we go.
75,167 people. Let the good times roll. It's WrestleMania 30.
Absolutely.
Someone once said, a good time happens precisely when we lose track of what time it is. And man, oh man, have we lost track of time. What started 3 decades ago as a single idea has grown into something extraordinary. A celebration like no other.
Welcome to the pageantry, the emotion, to the history that is WrestleMania.
For 3 decades, we've cheered, cried, loved, and lived. Our hearts have raced as we've applauded the incomparable.
Finally, The Rock has come back!
And stared with disbelief at the unbelievable. For 30 years, we've marveled at the moments that have marked the passage of our lives.
The irresistible force meeting the immovable object.
And with each new year, we get to live it all again.
The Austin era has begun!
Tonight, we add a new chapter to this unfinished book. The story continues. And the party rolls on.
There's only one man that can conquer that streak.
What would the world be without its hero?
At WrestleMania, I will fight for everything. I will fight for my legacy.
I don't care if it's Daniel-Bryan, Triple H. You're looking at the next champion.
I am the past, the present, and the future.
You guys underestimate the power of these people.
At WrestleMania, I bury Daniel Bryan.
Tonight, we celebrate all that was then, where we are now, and what will be forever. Welcome
To WrestleMania!
And how do we start the good times rolling? with Hulk Hogan, of course. A massive, massive promo. 35 minutes of promo, might I add.
Well, of course, at this point, I think I remember this vividly. I was sat at my house in the same spot I am now, with the boys round. I had Bunker round. I had our friend Cookson round. I had, I think, Chris round.
Yeah, it's quite possibly.
And Hogan comes out, and we're all marking out and stuff.
Yeah.
He's doing all the bullshit, and he mentions the Silverdome. He called it the Silverdome, which is a running gag.
Even to this day, it's still a running gag.
And then,
fair, he does a really good job of trying to cover it up.
They all do.
He does actually say, "Oh, sorry, brothers, I was just thinking about slamming Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3." And it was like, I can actually believe that you were, because you're probably,
getting flashbacks
towards that really old age. Yeah, well, it's getting towards
flashbacks.
old age. He didn't quite know what's real.
well, it's like that YouTube clip on SmackDown where he's like, he's cutting a promo on Vince, and he's like, I'm the guy. It's like, what do you think about that, Hulk?
Huh?
Hogan is talking his Mania history, then glass shatters. It's like being back at WrestleMania 17 as Austin makes his way to the ring.
Yeah. Crowd does go mental for Austin, to be fair.
Yeah, it is a massive pop for the guy. Massive pop.
Austin gets his jabs in with the Silverdome thing.
Which has to be done.
Talks about Hogan going to Mania. Been at Mania 1, what? Been at Mania 2, what? Slamming Andre at Mania 3, what? Losing to Warrior at 6, what? And then if you can smell the BO in the air and fail there, The Rock makes his way to the ring.
To an even bigger pop, might I add.
Which also at this point, Bunkle, Cookson and Chris all looked over at me expecting some sort of reaction, and the only thing I could do was throw my hands in the air and shout everywhere.
And
thus the in-joke was born.
Yeah. The only thing I'll say is, at the time, we all marked out massively for that, because it was really, really good at the time. Having rewatched it this morning, in fact, it's three lads having a chat for 35 minutes before they then have a drink of beer.
Yeah, but it's a nice WrestleMania moment because it's sort of like it's three of the biggest guys in the company's history.
It's the three biggest guys in the company's history. Let's be fair. Yeah,
the three biggest guys in WrestleMania history.
Yeah,
as well. You know, it's a massive moment. It's a nice nostalgic moment where, you know, it's like, are we going to see The Rock again? What's he going to do? You obviously thought, well, potentially there could have been some sort of fisticuffs. There could have been like a little, disagreement, but never was, thankfully. And it was just a nice moment for the crowd. I mean, the crowd obviously were proper up for it. It proper got the crowd going. I think the promo might have gone a bit too long, but it certainly served its purpose for what it did, which was hyping up the match. For the first match was obviously, I would say in any other year would be main event level.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's hyping. To be fair, it's hyping the crowd up for WrestleMania. It's a big number, number 30. The one thing that it is not, though, is what Michael Cole called it, which was the greatest moment in WrestleMania history.
No.
It's not the greatest moment in WrestleMania history. It's a promo. The greatest moment in WrestleMania history would happen at the end of a match.
This is it. For me, he's half right, though. It is one of the greatest moments in WrestleMania history, but it's not. It's one of the greatest things in WrestleMania history, might I add. It's one of the greatest nostalgia moments in WrestleMania history. It's not. It was there. That spot was specifically done. That promo was specifically done to get the crowd done for a nostalgia pop.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
It had nothing to do with someone's achievement on the card. It had nothing to do with how good somebody's match was, or even a particular spot. It was just literally like, oh, look, he did this. Oh, look, I remember him. And oh, wow, they can still go on the microphone.
Yeah.
Sort of pop. It was just nice. It was a nice to see you pop.
Yeah.
And yeah, Colt was partly right, but he was also partly wrong. Like you say, it was not a classic WrestleMania moment per se. I mean, it's not brought up to this day, really. You don't see it on promo packages, things like that. You obviously see the moments of like title wins, match spots, like for example, Jeff Hardy nearly dying on that belt spear. Things like that, basically. I mean, it was a nice moment, don't get me wrong, but like you say, it is put on a bit of a pedestal more than it should be, even to this day. It basically, like you say, it was there just to hype up the crowd for the first match. Which, if you think about it, if it takes a half an hour promo with 3 legends to hype up the show, you might have a bit of an issue.
I think we all know the reason they had this half an hour promo was because they wanted the crowd to cool down from the dark match they had beforehand, which is a fatal tag team elimination match for the tag team championships, where the Usos defeat Los Matadoros, the Real Americans, and Ryback. So there you go.
Wow.
That is WrestleMania caliber. Yet matches such as Austin Aries versus Neville can't get on the card.
The Usos, WrestleMania pre-show, day one-ish.
Oh, if that happens this year, I'll feel so bad for him. I mean, obviously we're talking a bit more current now, but the Usos what a fucking year the Usos have had. Let's be honest. They deserve to be on that main card and high up too.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
I hope so, but I'm dubious.
We've got too much to do. We've got too much to do for tag titles to matter.
Yeah, this is true. But
then again, it's 7 hours long. They'll get it in somewhere.
Yeah, I just hope it's on the main card and not some bullshit place at the beginning of the pre-show where there's about half the crowd in their tops. They deserve better than that.
Oh, it's going to happen.
Yeah. Speaking of matches,
Daniel Bryan.
We'll jump into the first match. So, of course, we have Stephanie McMahon out first in her business suit with leather shorts, which I don't understand why.
She looks stupid.
Bit of a strange look.
Introducing the King of Kings, he says with quotation fingers, and her weird little necktie thing. That's just really weird.
What is a bit strange for me is obviously you got Stephanie McMahon coming out. Obviously, yeah, he's Triple H's better half. You know, he says in air quotations. Yet, he has 3 young women.
He does. Do you know who they are?
I do know who they are. Sasha Banks, Charlotte, and Alexa Bliss.
Ding, ding, ding. Correct.
Really?
Yes, they are.
You can
I didn't know one of them was Alexa Bliss. I knew the other
one
two.
of them.
I couldn't figure out who the
right outside, you can see the tattoo on the ribs, and you know it's Charlotte.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sasha Banks, you can tell by the hair, pretty much. And
Alexa Bliss is a bit more difficult.
Yeah, because she just looks like a standard blonde because of the mask and stuff. But like, if you look at it a bit, you go, "Oh yeah, I see it now." Sort of.
Yeah,
thing.
you say if you look at her, then tilt your head a little bit, you realise it's Alexa. But
Right.
it's definitely Alexa Bliss. But what you got to realise, they've got these 3 young, promising women coming in NXT, and then Stephanie McMahon's not part of it, and it seems a bit strange to me.
You see, I understand it because I mean they could have been anyone at the time. You know, you've no idea if they're actually going to make it at this point. But what is very strange is Triple H comes out as the King of Kings with these 3 young women that are supposed to resemble, I'm assuming, you know, like
Vestal virgins.
Yeah, yeah. They're almost supposed to be like, you know, Princess Leia, and she's Jabba the Hutt's slave type of thing.
I get what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, they're supposed to be like that, and it's like, so your wife is in the ring. There's 3 much younger girls all helping you out. What are you saying?
Might I add, not wearing up very much.
Exactly. What are you doing, Trips? What are you saying to your wife?
Just a tidbit on this match as well. It's the first time Triple H has competed in the opening match of WrestleMania.
Still nearly half an hour into the fucking show, but there you go.
Yeah.
Well, at this point, I've got it on 30 minutes and 50 seconds.
Yes.
Right, if I can see properly.
Yeah, it's about right. I mean, obviously, I say, the promo was almost half an hour long. The entrances themselves, or Triple H's namely, takes about 4 minutes. It's so much pageantry. Mind you, what do you expect with Triple H at WrestleMania? You know, you're going to get something similar this year.
There's that, and you got like the mile long ramp. Don't forget.
Oh yeah, the ramps are always about 6 miles long. You know,
this is an issue I'd had with this. To be fair, I have it with every WrestleMania about this stupid long ramp. But Triple H does all this, you know, this, that, and the other, you know, for his entrance. The man's hardly been wrestling the whole year, and then Daniel Bryan comes out to his standard entrance, and I'm like, I'm sorry. Should we not have done something for the only guy anyone is watching the show for? The only guy we give a shit about. And
allow me to retort on that.
Standard entrance.
On the contrary, that makes a shitload of sense. Because obviously Triple H is only wrestling once or twice, so it's a big deal, and he does come out and he does wrestle at this point. At the same time, Daniel Bryan is going up against the Authority. The fact that he even has a job at this moment in time, the fact that he even has a entrance to an extent, is at the will of the Authority. So to try and make Daniel Bryan look as small as possible, to make the, you know, because basically, you know, it's to make Daniel Bryan look as small as possible, make his chances look as bleak as possible, have this grandiose entrance, making, you know, Triple H seem even larger than life than he already is, makes sense. And it puts over the story of Daniel Bryan being the little man going up against this big authoritative figure. And his story, what she's told throughout the whole night, starts on this point and obviously builds up and builds up and builds up. So the fact that, like I say, Triple H wrestling only a couple of times a year, getting this grandiose entrance, because it's a big deal, he's even in the ring, does make sense.
I know, I do. I understand. I completely understand where you're coming from. It's just, like I say, to me, at the end of the day, you know, like they say, oh, it's lucky that he's got a job and this, that, and the other. Just by the merch he sells, we all know that there's no way they'd fire him anyway.
Yeah.
And I suppose that's part of the problem of what you call, you know, say he's being a smark. Yeah. Is, you know, I'll happily withhold my disbelief for so long, but because I do know, I like to think that I know how the business works, even though I don't. That's what leads us to then question these things.
But it's part of the fun, isn't it? If you obviously think you're in the know, you can think, right, I can predict this, I can predict that, I can predict the other. And it's a really nice feeling when you're wrong. It's a weird thing as a wrestling fan. Say, for example, in football or any other sort of sport. I'm not comparing wrestling to an actual sport, but because it's sports entertainment, you know. But football, you want to predict it, you want to be right. Whereas wrestling, you want to predict it, you want to be wrong.
Yeah,
it's a weird one.
So jump in here, going back to Daniel Bryan's entrance. I think I was about to say the same as Paul, really, with the sort of like Daniel Bryan being the underdog. And like, for me, if anything, they should have had like him going into this match with a normal entrance, or even just this having the R-Truth and having him walk out with no music and everything.
Well, this is it. Obviously, you know, he's up against the Authority. The Authority are in charge of the day-to-day running of the WWE. Who's to say he has to have an entrance? Just have the whole screens dark. That would have been brilliant.
They could have done it. They have him do the massive entrance in the actual main event.
There is that as well.
So.
There is that as well. But what I found as well, obviously they were telling the story of the underdog. It was the underdog WrestleMania this year, and it was even better so. But how strapped up Daniel Bryan was selling the shoulder. It just, again, it adds a little bit of seasoning to the underdog story. Just think you got Triple H coming out, the grandiose, coming out like Shao Kahn, you know, And then you've got little Daniel Bryan with a busted up shoulder. How the hell is he going to beat this massive, great big man with all the power of the WWE behind him? It's a brilliant setup for this match.
Watching it now, I had the scene of Triple H just smirking, and it's sort of that thing as you were saying it. It's like, here's what Vince wants, and it's like, here's what the people want.
Yeah.
This is it.
Well, yeah. The promo that builds up to the match, actually, I thought that did a very good job of telling the story.
Yeah, the power versus the people. Basically, it's the story of this whole WrestleMania. You know, the people are the WWE. We are going to take control of the WWE.
Yeah.
And the authority like, no, fuck off. It's our WWE, and we'll do exactly what we want to do, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, I'll tell you what you will like.
Yeah, and this was basically the whole story of the night. But it started off with this 30-minute match. As we started, obviously, the crowd were proper. Obviously, Bryan was over. He was absolutely over.
Oh, to be fair, he was over that much. I was I was almost shocked because I remember watching this and thinking, yeah, Daniel Bryan's over, but he's like,
it's insane how over he is.
Yeah, it's like,
go on, mate.
I don't want to say it's not like any, he's like Rock levels of over, Austin level of over.
I'd even go beyond that.
Got that far.
I'd go beyond that. I mean, obviously you got the panning shot of the hard cam.
Yeah.
There's some amazing visuals in this on this night, especially when Daniel Bryan's in the ring, where everyone's doing the yes chant and pointing up into the air, and it's everybody's doing it.
Yeah.
Everybody is doing it. It's just see waves of people. It's like a Mexican wave on steroids. It's some amazing video. Everyone's just shouting yes. Everyone's pointing up to the sky with both hands. It's like, wow. How over is this guy? How good a visual is this? It's staggering. And for me, it's one of the things that sticks out this whole night is how over Daniel Bryan is, and how involved the crowd feel in this storyline. Just to be like, yes, and everyone is on their feet doing it.
Yeah.
It just adds like a whole different level to this. Well, to the two matches that Daniel Bryan is in.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, he also there's some awesome like spots in this match. It's the classic speed versus and technical versus power and impact sort of match.
Yeah, I think they did a good job of telling a story in this match. Like you say, there were some really, really good spots. I mean,
well, you had a nice spot where there was a really, really, really long crossface spot, which is reversed into their own version of the crossface.
Yeah.
I mean, that was brilliant. It obviously leads to a rope break.
I think one of my favourite spots was I don't know where everybody's up to, but it was the tornado DDT off the apron.
Yes, nice DDT
off the apron. It doesn't look like he gets all of it, but it's like I actually really didn't expect him to try that. You know what I mean? With the injured shoulder and whatnot, I thought, he's not going to do that. Yeah, okay, that was cool.
There was a scary spot though. I did notice. Obviously, Daniel Bryan did some absolutely insane senton off the top.
Yeah.
And it looked like Triple H missed the catch.
He did.
He clearly
missed did.
It. Yeah.
Michael Cole covers for it, but he clearly did.
Yeah, it was not nice. I mean, it looked fucking horrible. And for me, it took a bit of wind out of him, I think. But he recovered well.
Well,
he recovered well.
Yeah, Triple H did a good job there as well as staying down. Like it was almost what I call it is ring awareness. Not that they were in the ring, but he must have clearly known he missed catching him, so that he's going to be a little bit winded. So I'll stay down a little bit longer, rather than
Make it look like he caught me a little bit, maybe, and just like sell it. Yeah.
Because one of the things that I hate is where, like, say something like that happens, or even if somebody connects cleanly with a move, and then the guy who just had the move done to him gets up first.
Yeah,
it's like
makes the move look like shit.
Yeah, it just makes it look weak, and it's like, no, that's just wrong.
Yeah, it just makes it all look shit. And to me, it just doesn't. It doesn't put the guy over, doesn't put the move over. It just makes it all look silly and exposes the business.
It's like how I was saying to, I think you both joined for Wrestle Kingdom, and someone did some sort of moonsault or some flip-de-doo off the scaffold or some sort of truss thing.
Yes.
But they put their arm out.
Yeah, was it Will Ospreay?
Probably Will Ospreay. And it's
because I remember laying into the bastard.
And it's like your arm doesn't do anything.
This is it. Yeah, I think it was Will Ospreay in that cruiserweight clusterfuck of a match, where everyone was giving it 5 stars, and I'm like, what? Why are you flipping? Why?
Flip-de-doo, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like when I watched I was at a PCW show one time. There was a guy on who did like a running shooting star press, and you could tell he knew he was going to miss it, so he just literally stuck his arm out.
Yeah.
So, what a crock of shit.
Why don't you just punch him? You're going to use your arm, just go up to him and just punch him in the face.
The shooting star clothesline while the guy was down.
Right. Jesus.
Fucking terrible, isn't it? Speaking of fucking terrible, Stephanie in this match. Can you please shut up? Just shut the fuck up.
To be fair, I wouldn't mind if she was saying anything useful or like, but it's like she's coming out with all kinds of utter garbage.
She's shrieking. She's not even just shouting, she's shrieking. It's just load of shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, most of this match was all Triple H. Most of this match was Triple H being on top, targeting the shoulder, ripping fuck out the shoulder. Daniel Bryan basically puts a few massive impact moves, such as the suicide dives to the outside.
Yeah, the suicide dive's cool. I mean, there's a really nice spot while Triple H is working the arm on the announce table.
Yes.
As well, that where he goes for a pedigree, Daniel Bryan blocks it, so he does basically arm ringers the arm and then jumps off the table, slamming his shoulder into the table. I was like, that's really smart booking. You know, I don't need to see someone go through the table.
No.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's not Triple H's game plan. What do you gain from putting someone through the table if you target in the shoulder and the arm?
Yeah.
You know, plus there's another few matches to go and you might use that table later. So, you know, it's only, you don't want to blow your load just yet, you know. We'll tease it, you know, we'll tease it. We'll use it as like, oh, this is my strategy. I could use the edge of the table. But yeah, it kind of it turned really quickly, didn't it? Towards the end, towards it being advantageous to Daniel Bryan.
Yeah, the finish was incredibly quick.
Yeah,
it went from Bryan's kicking out of a pedigree to, you know, he's winning.
Well, this is it. You had the what I thought was an awesome little spot was the spinebuster counter into a pedigree.
Yes,
that was that was fucking lovely. I mean, I enjoyed that. I mean, it's not often you see it.
No,
I enjoyed that.
I've just watched Daniel Bryan, the bit where he goes for like it looks like a bulldog on the apron, and then Trips just slammed him down.
Yeah, that was
on his shoulder.
Yeah, I mean it was great selling just on the shoulder again. Just it's a great storytelling. Just to
the ring.
Yeah, the hardest part of the ring.
Get that in there.
It has to be done. But yeah, Daniel Bryan eventually does come out on top in this match. obviously, to carry on the story, because obviously there was a stipulation in this match that the winner of this match goes on to the triple threat match at the main event of WrestleMania for the World Heavyweight Championship. And yeah, Bryan wins it because it was a stipulation, obviously, in the match that he wins. He goes on to the main event now. But he is fucked up, and I believe, he gets
the win.
He gets the win.
Running knee in 25:58.
25:58, and it did not feel like it.
No, the finish is really cool, to be fair, because it's... Triple H goes for that underhook suplex that he does at the beginning. The underhook German.
Aye.
It's a jackknife pin, pedigree reversed, running knee. It's all over. Type of thing.
Sort of out of nowhere, and it was fucking great. The crowd's reaction was insane.
You see, I felt differently about this match because I thought, I don't know if it's just what I was watching, but the crowd didn't seem loud. Like, I can see that they're all into it because they stood up, but it's like the ending, they're all into it. But while Triple H is in control, they don't seem to think Bryan can lose.
There is that, but say obviously, they're not going to start off the show. Well, they could have done, actually, you think about it. The main event would have been pretty shit with 3 Authority guys as the main event. So you knew for a fact Triple H wasn't going to win this match if you think about it like a smark. But, that's obviously why, everyone was chanting Daniel Bryan ain't losing this match. But don't also forget, they've just burnt themselves out fucking for the promo at the beginning of the show. They've just burnt themselves out for Daniel Bryan's entrance. So they're going to have a bit of a breather partway through the show just to bring their energy levels back up. And for me, even so, they made some noise. Bearing in mind, the end of this match was an hour into the main card.
True. They've been there like 2 hours already.
Yeah, and this is the first match. So, the fact that they're still making that amount of noise consistently for an hour, good fucking going, if you ask me. Because they've not had a breather. They've not really had a breather.
For the record, this match is also the longest match on the card.
Yes.
I'm not shocked.
Yeah, which adds to the performance of Daniel Bryan through this night, which I will talk about towards the end of the end of the show. But
what did you think about the afters after the match?
Perfect.
Needed?
It was needed.
Really?
I think it was needed because it, again, sells the underdog story of how much the odds are against Daniel Bryan coming away from WrestleMania with this championship. Yes, he may have got through Triple H, but Triple H is going to make sure he doesn't win the belt.
Yeah.
And that's the story that we're trying to tell. So, you got through me, but you're not going through empty. You're not going through unharmed. And basically, you had this thought throughout the whole match, the card then, going, is he going to win? Is he going to actually be able to take part in this match? Is Batista going to, win? Because it weren't going to be Randy Orton, we all knew this. But it was Batista.
Batista going to win.
Is Batista going to win? So, you were thinking, because it was reasonable doubt there, because obviously Batista had just come back, they pushed him to the moon straight away, which I thought was wrong.
Comes back and wins the Rumble.
Fuck off.
Night.
Yeah. It's stupid. So, but I thought the beatdown was needed for a bit more believability, if anything, for the fact that, are we going to... Is Daniel Bryan going to be able to make it to the end of WrestleMania?
Yeah.
As for the match itself, I gave it 4.5 out of 5. It was that good. I genuinely thought it was that good. The action was great. The crowd were great. The entrances worked. The storytelling was fantastic throughout. I really couldn't put, apart from the dropped senton, not really much at fault in my eyes, unless I've missed something. But I'm happy to stick at 4.5 out of 5 for that match. Thoroughly enjoyed it.
It is definitely one of the better matches on the card, I think.
I agree.
I can't disagree with that.
Just constant Triple H constantly working over the arm, like doing the little key lock submission and all that sort of thing.
It's just the little touches that make a lot of difference. I think we touched on that on another show. It's just the little tiny little nuances that bring up the storyline and bring it up to a level. It's the little things that you notice. like, which obviously, you know, was it the Chris Jericho match where he was targeting the what body part was it? The Triple H's leg constantly throughout the whole match.
Yeah.
You know, it's still things like that. You know, it's like the way the moves are tweaked so they land on certain parts of the body. Things like that add to the storytelling. This match had bucket loads of that. Absolute bucket loads.
Yeah, I can't see it. It does tell a good story. It does have a lot of storytelling. You know, I can't fault your scoring other than I don't know. I didn't feel like Triple H was ever a threat. Which at no point did I, even watching it live, did I think Daniel Bryan might lose. It was
there is
guarantee he's going to win. I know he's going to win. I can't. There's no suspension of my disbelief.
This is the smark in us coming out, though, isn't it? The smark.
That's damn right it is. It's like, and that's part of the problem. Like, you know, in most matches, you know, we're going to be pessimistic. I mean, if you think about listening back to when we watched the Rumble, we were like, no way Shinsuke's winning. No way. They've just treated him like crap. There's no way he's winning. There's no way he's winning. Oh, he's going to win. Oh.
And then when it happened, we all ejaculated everywhere. You know, it's exactly. One of them. Speaking of... well, anyway, I don't saying that. Coxie, what did you think of the match in general?
Really good. I really enjoyed it. Certainly for an opening match at Mania, there's opening matches at Mania, it's always one of them where it can either be really good or really shite, or the sort of throwaway. But I think there was a Mania me and Bunker watched one year. It was it the 23 or 24 Bunker? It was Del Rio Edge.
Oh, yeah, I know which one you're on about.
27.
27 even then.
27, yeah, might be. Yeah, it is 27. Yeah, because it was It was like,
fucking terrible.
This is for a belt, and it was garbage.
Yeah, I mean, we've been very lucky with the 3 WrestleManias that we've picked so far. The first matches have been fucking sublime.
Yeah, they have. I mean, to be fair, like this is the bit. This you know, the match we've just watched was the most high profile of the 3.
Yeah,
easily.
Agreed.
But you know, like you say, it's a good match, and it wouldn't have looked out of place later on in the card.
Agreed.
For sure.
I think they didn't have a choice, because obviously with the booking decision of what they did, I don't think they had a choice really but to put it on that part of the card. So, you know, it's one of them. But yeah, again, It worked out as a great way to, you know, for a pace setter for the show.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, they brought it straight back down again, straight after.
Yes, the Shield versus Kane and the New Age Outlaws.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about it about in a quicker time than the match time was, hopefully. Yeah, New Age Outlaws and Kane versus the Shield. It was basically a massive fucking squash match.
Yeah, it was crap as well. It wasn't even a good squash match. It was crap.
Yeah, it was just fucking awful. Anything to take away from it, Coxie? Because, to be honest with you, nah.
Yeah, it reminds me of what's it called? What's he called? In with the Tash.
Not helpful.
He was in Longest Yard, Burt Thingy.
Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds, that's the one. Yeah. I played Jerry Fireball Mudflap. It's garbage. Pure garbage. That match summed up.
Yeah, pretty much.
But
it's like...
It's actually on my TV screen now, and it's just botches.
Well, yeah, it's literally punches, spot, bot, spot, finish.
Yeah. But I will admit, the double triple power bomb was quite nice.
The double triple power bomb.
Triple power bomb.
So Shield get the win in 2. It's the shortest match on the card.
Yeah. 1 out of 5 because it was barely a match.
I wouldn't even give it a 1. I wouldn't give it a 1. It don't count to me.
It had a wrestling move. It got a 1. That's basically it. We had some promo. with a Slam City advert, Sergeant Slaughter, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, Ted DiBiase, and Ricky Steamboat. It was fucking awful.
Two grown men play with toys. Two more men, kid. And then a third man walks in and says, damn.
Yeah, we all know who. Answers on a postcard.
I'm guessing that's how it describes him. It's like, put your gear on. Why? Because you're going to stand here and play with toys for 30 seconds.
Hang on a minute. Is it another gimmick battle royal? No. Well, thank fuck for that.
Also, I think how much you get paid for just with toys for 30 seconds? We'll give you 50 grand. Okay.
To be fair, yeah, if somebody offered me 50 grand to play with some toys for 30 seconds, I would do it.
I cannot say I disagree.
I
do that shit for free.
It must be a battle royal match.
Oh, absolutely, yes. We have the first ever Andre the Giant Battle Royal, otherwise known nowadays as your shit break match.
The Andre the Giant Battle Royal, whatever, the problem with it is it means nothing. The only time it's ever mattered was when Baron Corbin won, purely because every time he came out from then on, he was announced as the winner of the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
Mm-hmm.
And that made it seem like it mattered. And then they went, no, Mojo Rawley's winning this year.
Even worse than that, it was on the pre-show last year.
Yeah.
It was on the fucking pre-show. So, obviously, that's how much they think of this Battle Royal. And then they thought to themselves this year, obviously, we'll be back to this year. I know, we have one Battle Royal we really don't give a flying fuck about. Why not have two?
Yes.
But yeah, there's a controversy with that match, which we may talk about on the podcast, I reckon. We'll save it for then, I think.
Fair enough.
But yeah, we have... everyone's in the ring, apart from two people, for this Battle Royal. Or they start coming out to the ring with a no entrance music, apart from Big Show and Sheamus.
Yeah, they get their entrances. Everybody else is already there.
Lobster head.
Yeah, the old Lobster Head theme tune.
Brad Maddox is in this match.
Absolutely. Yeah, Brad Maddox.
I've just noticed from the outset, as soon as everyone starts brawling, Titus O'Neil starts kicking the fuck out of Darren Young.
Oh dear.
Excellent.
Oh dear. But it exposes so bad. I mean, Battle Royal, okay, Santino has the Cobra.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, you have Tyson Kidd in pretty early. I think it's Tyson Kidd. He's wearing some sort of...
Yeah, he's in there.
Yeah, he just flipped the Ubros and just lands on people for no reason.
Yeah. Let's leave our feet in a Battle Royal. Clever man.
Yeah.
So yeah,
to be fair, this match is a load of shit.
It's just a load of shit, yeah. Sandow does about, when he gets thrown out the ring, does about 3 foot. I'm just picking out spots now that I've written down. I mean, what's it now? Sandow, when he gets eliminated, does about 3 backflips before leaving the ring.
Not shocked.
he just oversells like a motherfucker.
In this match.
Del Rio is in this match, yes. That's how much he's
world champion.
Yeah, that's how much his stock had slipped at this point.
It's because he's a wanker.
Because he's shit.
Well, that too, but he's also a massive tool.
Well, the thing about Del Rio is he's got the Randy Orton syndrome. And what I mean by that is 99% of the time he is fucking bland. He is garbage. He's a waste of space in that ring.
Yeah.
As soon as he wants to turn it on for that 1%, he's amazing. He's one of the best in the world at what he does. That is the problem. It's getting him motivated to do that.
I know what you're saying. I mean, to be fair, but I don't think he's been very good for a long time. But, everything about his WWE run, it's like his character at first when he was, the rich aristocrat who, I'm made loads, I'm from money and I'm Mexican and this, that and the other. They bailed on that really quickly. Suddenly it stopped being that he was rich. He came out in a car and he has an announcer. And then they bailed on that. And then he was just him. It was like, all right, okay, so why do we care? We don't. Oh. And then he was like, we don't know what to do with you, so you gone.
Yeah, you're just a bland. You're just a bland rich Mexican.
Bringing him back.
Yeah.
Why are we bringing him back? To do what? Ruin somebody else's life?
Interesting tidbits on this one. It's the only WrestleMania match of Yoshitatsu, Brad Mannix, Brodus Clay, and Aksana, and Jinder Mahal to date, to this point, or whatever.
Oh, I can believe it.
All right, fair enough.
Not on main card anyway, because Jinder Mahal was in that Battle Royale crap from last year, wasn't he? So.
This also the last WrestleMania match for the Collie, Drew McIntyre, Santino, Justin Gabriel, David Otunga, Rey Mysterio, and Layla.
Oh, okay.
Well, Layla later on even.
Well, Layla was she valeting Fandango?
No.
At this point.
Match later on, I think, the Vicky Guerrero.
Yeah, there's a women's Battle Royal match later.
All right, I'm getting confused.
Sake.
It's the first
sell the Cobra.
First pay-per-view match for Xavier Woods.
Yes, it was.
The only pay-per-view match for Brad Mannix.
Because he was shit.
First appearance for Hunico with Sin Cara since Hell in a Cell 2011.
Jesus, aye. But yeah, this match...
it's the drizzling shits.
Yeah, it's not great. Sheamus does kill Fandango, which is not a bad thing. But then you also got Kofi Kingston doing his usual shite.
Even the Miz is in the match.
Yeah,
the Miz gets eliminated with a Cobra.
Yeah, again, how far the stock had slipped at this point.
3 years ago, main eventing.
Yeah, that was the main event of WrestleMania, going out of the Andre the Giant Battle Royal to a Cobra by a comedy character.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that tells you his stock at the time. Cesaro kills Rey Mysterio with an uppercut, which was cool.
Cesaro's been kicking fuck out of Sheamus with uppercuts repeatedly.
Yeah, that as well. He just kills... Again, Cesaro is killing bitches in this match, basically. This is his role. He just kills bitches in this match. He just knocks the hell out of people. You know, you got Kofi finally is assassinated by Sheamus.
Is the crowd shouting yes, or are they doing the da 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 da?
The Fandangoing.
Ah, excellent.
Yeah, back when Fandangoing was a thing.
Yeah,
back when Fandango was properly over on his own. Apart from being properly over now as a part of the Fashion Files.
Was it this year it started, the whole Fandango thing?
It might well have been.
Oh, the Fandangoing thing, yes. But Fandango was a part of the roster because he debuted at WrestleMania against Chris Jericho.
Yeah, and went over.
Yeah, went over. Look where that
what
went.
That did for his career.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, the guy can go, and he's actually quite a good wrestler, and he
I
actually
quite
has
like
a really
him,
good gimmick. He has a really good gimmick, which is and even now his gimmick is absolutely amazing with Breezango. You know, I enjoy it, and they deserve more, and I hope they are in the tag team clusterfuck that is going to happen at WrestleMania. Speaking of clusterfucks, we have this match still going on. You know, Sheamus and Del Rio, some reason, eliminate each other, which I think was a potential botch, maybe?
I don't know.
I don't know, because you're...
Wait, I thought Sheamus won this thing. Not Sheamus.
We're getting there.
No, Cesaro wins it. Does he?
But yes, if we're going to go to that point now, Cesaro does win, because the last two in this match are Cesaro and Big Show. Now, normally, in these sorts of matches, the people that get their own entrance tend to be the ones that win. So you're thinking, hang on a minute, Big Show or Sheamus is winning this because they're the only ones with their own entrance. Then, Cesaro genuinely does something properly impressive and power slams Big Show over the top rope.
Right, okay. So are they trying to recreate the almost like the Hogan...
Yes, they're trying to do the Hogan
Andre thing.
Yes, so they tried to recreate it, but obviously they can't. The finish of the match wouldn't have been just to power slam him in the middle of the ring. They actually had to get him out the ring, and to do so, they power slammed him over the edge of the thing onto the apron and bounced him on feet first.
Right.
So, yeah. The way I actually wrote, I actually put Cesaro wins by fucking power slamming Big Show over the top rope because it was legitimately impressive at the time. And still is to this day. Because the guy is a lump, let's be honest.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's the fact that he got him up to that point to get him to slam him over the top rope. You know, the guy's legitimately over 400 pounds. It's a big lift.
Yeah.
To do that
definitely.
and to do that and in a safe, controlled manner. You know, you've got to give props to Cesaro for that. Even if the match was a load of shite.
Oh, nice.
So there was a few nice spots in it. I quite enjoyed it to an extent, which leads to my rating of 2.5 out of 5. Because it was all right. There was a few nice moments in it. Like I remember to this day Cesaro dumping Big Show over the top rope.
Yeah.
Looking back, I do obviously think there's obviously a few good spots in it, like, you know, Rey Mysterio getting absolutely his head fired off by Cesaro. Notice all these spots involve Cesaro.
Basically, Paul is using this match to gush about Cesaro.
Pretty much, basically. This match was the Cesaro show, and it was awesome. Really, for him, it was awesome. So I'm rating it on just him alone, effectively. Again, 2.5 out of 5. The match was great. He'd had some great spots. Cesaro looked $1 million.
Like I say about people sometimes, it's like if you had all the Cesaro's dick any harder, it'd be his nutsack.
Yeah. Yeah. I need to replace my own, don't I?
I just noticed on the replay they showed Kofi where he got thrown over the ring post and sort of still had his feet on the sticks.
Yeah. I call it the Kofi bullshit spot.
So can we not leave that for the Rumbles rather than a Mania Battle Royal?
Any Rumble, it's cut to the point now. It's any Battle Royal in any situation for any prize. So Kofi Kingston is a guarantee. He's going to be in that spot and he's going to do that stupid little bleeding, you know, parkour crap that he used to do and John Morrison used to do. You know, all this shite. It's stupid, and someone just needs to... Here's the thing, if you're going to get rid of Kofi Kingston, throw him towards the entrance. There's nothing to hang on to there.
He'll land stood on some pancakes. Take his foot and hit the floor.
He'll land on a cameraman next, won't he? And the cameraman will just carry him round thinking he's a camera.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be some rubbish. I mean, I remember the first time I saw a Royal Rumble, and Jeff Hardy did something like that, and I think did he land? I can't remember if he landed on the apron and ran across the barricade and ran across it, something like that, and that was an amazing moment. We do it every single year now, so it's not it's not impressive anymore. It's like, oh look, he's done it again.
It
gets stupider every year.
So I'm going to start calling it the Robinson spot because it's getting watered down.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I wouldn't mind, but now you've got Naomi doing it as well.
Yeah.
Because she's amazing.
Well, no.
Ring.
Yeah, there is that as well. But yeah, Coxie, what did you think, mate? We've not heard what you thought of this match.
It's a throwaway. It's a payday, isn't it, for the majority of the guys?
Yeah, it's the checkbook match.
Yeah.
I know they wanted to like make it special, but it's the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. It's like, well, yeah, he did Battle Royals at shows or whatever, and the occasional Mania. Save it for the Rumble or something, or just like it should have. Me and Bunkle have both agreed on this multiple times. You should have the winner gets a title shot or something.
Yeah.
Right? You get a trophy.
Well, it's like I remember that after this show, right? Cesaro comes out the next Monday night on Raw with Paul Heyman as his manager. That meant something.
Yeah,
and it lasted 2 weeks.
Yeah,
yes, it did. I got a new entrance theme for it as well.
Yeah.
The trophy that he got looked like a Kinder toy.
Yeah, it does.
It's terrible. Let's be honest, it's fucking terrible.
Yeah. What are you going to do with that? It's too big, and it looks crap.
Yeah, it wasn't great. So yeah, what would you rate it? Anyone? Like I said, I'd put 2 out of 5.
I'd give it. I'd give it a 2. Be generous.
A 2 makes sense.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm looking at it a bit more.
It's exactly like you said. It's a spectacle, but it needs to mean something. They need to get something.
Yeah, I mean, even the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, I mean, it should be at least, say, for example, you win this, you get a shot at either the Intercontinental or the US belt if you don't want to make it for the World Championship.
Yeah.
You know, something like that. Or even better, fuck the Battle Royal completely off and have a separate award for the Royal Rumble. Now, hear me out on this. Obviously, your winner gets the WrestleMania main event spot. Why shouldn't the person who gets the most eliminations in said Royal Rumble match not be rewarded as well? For example, arguably, in the 2001 Royal Rumble, Kane was the most impressive participant in that match. But he didn't get anything for it. The only person that got the accolades was Stone Cold Steve Austin. So, say, Kane gets an award for for the most eliminations at the Royal Rumble. He gets an Intercontinental or a US Championship shot because, obviously, it rewards an aggressive, in a booking stance sort of thing, it rewards aggressive sort of, tactics as opposed to just sit in the corner and hide under the ring or something like that.
I know. I understand what you're trying to say.
It gives the use of the belt, if the trophy, if they ever have to decide to fuck the Battle Royal off because it's basically a waste of space.
Oh yeah, this Battle Royal's a waste of time, but
yeah, let's be honest, you don't get fuck all for it. Just like, oh yeah, the Battle Royal winner, good for you.
You got to do. At the end of the day, they see it as it's a way to get almost everybody on the card, give everyone a payday. And go from there, innit? That's the way they see it. I don't. But you could do so much more. Like, say, even if you wanted to do this, say you wanted to do this Battle Royal, like, have them have an Intercontinental title shot on the line.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that
just
makes sense.
Something to go for rather than, here's this trophy. We'll never talk about it again.
This is it.
Mojo Rawley won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. And then wasn't seen on SmackDown for several months. Oh, right, okay.
They had a spot with Gronkowski. Where did that go?
Exactly.
It's stupid. Absolutely, utterly stupid.
If anything...
Talking about stupid shit that happened to people's careers. John Cena versus Bray Wyatt.
Oh, God.
Now...
So I've mentioned fit before this. You have... there's JBL, McCall, and Jerry the King. All their bottles of Mountain Dew Kickstart, which they've not touched because that's the sponsor for Mania tonight.
Product placement.
This is what I believe in. You work hard, you show up on time, you stay loyal to those who support you, you respect friends and enemies. That's my stance.
Liar.
Here I am, having worked day in and day out for 12 years now, trying to build this.
You're a liar!
That's what I want as my legacy.
John-Cena!
And a guy like Bray, he just wants to destroy everything I've worked my life to build.
You're heroes, children. They fight only for their own selfish vanity and greed. Hey, kids, all praise be to the virtue of hustle, loyalty, and respect. And who am I to say that? What am I?
I used to be the type of kid that would always think the sky is falling. Why am I so differently wired? Am I a Martian? What kind of twisted experiment am I involved in? Cause I don't belong in this world. That's why I'm scoffing at authority, defiant often.
John Cena.
You remind me of one of those thoroughbred horses.
And he races, and he wins. And he wins, and the people, they just cheer for him.
Just remember, you are the one with everything to lose.
Your time is up.
Can't you hear
in Bray Wyatt, but I believe. I believe in everything I've done, everything I stand for, and everything I will do. At WrestleMania, I will fight for my legacy.
This is my legacy. There's no guarantee, it's not up to me. You can only see. This is my legacy.
I got your fear, John. And your fear is my power.
I used to be the type of kid that would always think the sky is falling. Why am I so differently wired? Am I noggin? Cause sporadic as my thoughts come, it's mind-boggling. Cause I obsess on everything.
I have broken you, John. I've broken you!
But if this is all there is for me, life offers, why bother even trying to put up a fight? It's nonsense, but I think a light bulb just lit up in my conscience.
Hope is dead, as will be your legacy. Who will be left for you, John? I take it all away.
This is my legacy. There's no guarantee, it's not up to me. You can only see. This is my legacy.
Fear me.
So we have this match, John Cena versus Bray Wyatt. Now, I don't have much memory of this match, if I'm brutally honest. Now, there's a nice spot where it's where Bray Wyatt's basically telling
you
Bray.
Got to the entrance first.
Oh yes, there's a random lady dancing with swords for Bray Wyatt.
Bray has the voodoo priestess dancing with swords for some reason.
Yes.
Yeah, and it was like, why is that there?
This is it. And a live band for Bray Wyatt. And I put in brackets in my notes, back when WWE had faith in the character.
Yeah.
You know, this guy was money at the time. He was over. The guy, you know... Sorry, mate?
The live band, not 31, where he had the live.
No, he's got 30. A live band.
All right.
Yeah, he had the live band for number 30. This is how long Bray Wyatt's been knocking about. And he's amounted to nothing. He's had one mediocre WWE Championship run.
This is also
call it mediocre.
First WrestleMania match.
Yeah.
I believe it is, yes.
This is when Bray Wyatt mattered. And he still has the chair, he still had the compound, he still had the guys who come out with him. And it was like, yep, okay, he's still over. He still talks a whole bunch of gibberish, but it's good gibberish, rather than the crap he spouts now. And it was, you know, even the promo package for this match. You know, I'm here. I'm not even here to win. I'm just here to fuck with John Cena's head.
This is it, and he just wants him to take him out. And I mean, this version of Bray Wyatt was so good.
Yeah,
so good. In my notes, I put I put in my notes, damn, Bray needs to be this fucked up again. 2014, Bray was so good. 2017-18, not so.
He needs to go back to when he was the rambling sort of
preacher.
The preacher, sort of apocalypse preacher type, bloody Vietnam veteran.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree.
I know John Cena's come out with a T-shirt that says, "You can't stop me," from burying talent.
Absolutely. I mean, the whole story of this match, I believe, was that it was basically a rehash of the Kane. Was it your inner demon or something like that?
Yeah, basically, John Cena's not a nice person deep down. It's all a front, and I'm going to make sure that he shows that he's not a nice person by letting him beat me.
Yeah, and basically he's willing to sacrifice the match to win the war.
Yeah.
That is basically, this is how fucked he is. He's that he wants to expose this truth, in air quotations, about John Cena, that he's willing to even damage himself, i.e. lose at WrestleMania, to get this fact out there. Now, in wrestling and booking circumstances, and obviously if you're filthy casual, that's basically the equivalent of, blowing yourself up basically to get at somebody else.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of them. I thought it was brilliant storytelling. You know, it's like I'm fucked up, but I'm not as fucked up as you, and I'm going to make you. I'm going to expose you to the world. It's like, yeah, I can dig this.
A couple of tidbits on this match. It's the first Mania since Mania 21 where John Cena didn't have any special entrance. It's the first Mania since WrestleMania 19 where he's not had a title match or taken part in the main event.
Yeah, it was pretty much a throwaway, wasn't it? It was a similar sort of circumstances to what he has this year, where he was not really involved in anything.
Yeah. You see, the thing is, putting Wyatt in there with Cena, it makes sense in that you're trying to put Wyatt over. And you're trying to make him seem like a big deal because he's gone straight after John Cena, who's supposed to be our biggest star right now. The problem is, the crowd has little to no reaction for John Cena at this pay-per-view. The crowd love Bray Wyatt when he's the preacher chatting shit. This match is a dog. To me, it's not good. I don't think it tells a particularly great story. And Bray Wyatt, the actual character, suffers massively because of it.
I mean, John Cena. John Cena is a heat magnet. He's also a heat sucker.
Yeah.
He'll suck your heat away from you quicker than you can think. I mean, Bray Wyatt has not been the same since this match.
The one thing this match is lacking is just JR sort of sitting there and just trying to get Bray Wyatt over the bugger red. Yeah,
pretty much.
No, but you're right in what you say. I know you're saying it as like a joke, but you're 100% correct in that this needs someone who can put across how crazy Bray Wyatt is, how different he is to everybody else. Whereas the guys who are in there, who are doing the commentary, are just like, oh yeah, Bray Wyatt, he's sick. He thinks John Cena's evil. He's not nice. It's like, that's not putting it across. You know what I mean? It
doesn't help to have like JBL just to butt in here. Where JBL, there's a point in the match where it's like John Cena's like punching Bray, and he's doing a sort of Fight Club, he laughing, and it's sort of JBL. Look at that, Michael. Well, Michael, he's laughing at him. I don't know why, but he's laughing at him. He must think something's funny. Like, just shut up, JBL.
Yeah, JBL's fucking the drizzling shits, let's be honest.
To be fair, this commentary team's a drizzling shits.
Yeah,
I mean you face Jerry Lawler's terrible as it is, but like JBL's heel for the sake of being heel, and then doesn't actually know why the heels are heels.
I mean, I'm thinking partway through this match, and you were saying that, I was like, you may as well, the way they were putting Bray Wyatt across, they may as well got Terrence and Phillip from the South Park, the movie, and just literally had him go, "You are a bad man!"
Yeah, basically. That's as far as the commentary goes. I mean, like, Jerry Lawler has nothing useful to put in. He's basically like, oh, come on, John Cena's like a good guy, and Bray Wyatt, he's not nice because he's not John Cena. Oh, okay then. Yeah, right. That helps no one.
Yeah, John Cena is a good man.
Michael Cole is good at what he does, but he's not Jim Ross.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's John Cena's not a bad man. He's never got anyone fired. Oh wait.
Yeah, but it's like all the way through this match when John Cena's supposed to be getting angry. He's supposed to be that inner anger that, he's trying to break out. It looks like he needs a turd. Yeah, he starts grimacing and he's like, I'm angry now. I'm angry, John Cena. And oh no, turtle head.
You sound like you're referring to that. Was it that one where like he kissed Eve? Is it Eve or whatever?
Yeah.
And he does the thing where he's like, he turns to the camera and is like sort of the spit on the microphone or something.
Yeah.
And he looks like he's just sort of going.
Yeah. I think it's John Cena's angry face. It's also his turd face.
That could also be his sex face, so just be careful.
It wouldn't shock me.
Hey, that might be Nikki Bella's sex face. That's even worse. But
Nikki Bella's sex face is a disappointment with herself that she's basically a whore.
Oh, fucking hell.
I'm going to get his bandana.
Yeah, let's just get off this match. I mean, John Cena wins within AA. There wasn't really much more to talk about in this match. Bray Wyatt gets on his knees at some point and says, "Finish me."
Yeah, Bray Wyatt's basically asking for John Cena to beat the crap out of him, and John Cena duly obliges, but does it in the John Cena way.
Yeah, Bray offered him a chair and just beat the shit out of me, which would have been a DQ, might I add.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's why he's doing it, innit? It's to prove that he's a bad man. You're evil, John Cena. No, he just needs a pool.
This is it. So, yeah, he wins with AA. You know, it was one of them. I've put a 3 out of 5, because some of it was okay. It wasn't all bad. I mean, there was potential there for a great story to be told. The bedrock was there. The foundations were there for a great story to be told. For some reason, with me, it didn't really resonate. It didn't really... I don't know, it just seemed to fall short for me, the story-wise. Sort of thing. But the action in-ring wasn't that bad. There was a few decent spots in there, a few out the ring, a few in the ring. Yeah, there was some good action. I'll be honest, there was some good action, but the storytelling was a little bit lackluster.
Yeah, to me, I could... You see, I'd say 2.5, 3, like you're saying, just because there was, the potential was there for a great story. Bray Wyatt is incredibly over. The problem is because the story's bad, Bray Wyatt comes out looking bad. Bray Wyatt needs a decent story in the match to go with the decent story he puts on outside, to me. John Cena can't do it. John Cena's good at one thing, and if he's not doing that, he's pretty bad at everything else.
So he's good at his comfort zone and anything, but he's... Yeah, I think that sums up pretty much. What do you think, Coxie?
The thing is, I liked the Bray Wyatt sort of Bunkle labelled it the preacher character. I loved it when he was just chatting random shite. He was laughing when he was getting hit and stuff, but then he wasn't winning anything. Like, he was having these feuds and wasn't getting over. He wasn't winning.
He didn't win any of them. Not a single feud did he ever come out on top of. I don't think he ever has won a feud. Yeah. I don't think he's ever gone over and won a feud.
But his best stuff was his earlier stuff.
Absolutely it was. His best stuff was this stuff when he first started.
I tell a lie, he did win a feud. It was his very first one against Kane. That's the only one he's ever won. The only one he's ever won was when he was introduced. As far as that's going from memory, I'm not actually going to research that shit because I don't give a flying fuck. But
it's like when you look at it, you know, they do, sometimes it comes up on Facebook, you know, Bray Wyatt's win-loss record. He's won like less than half of his matches. He's won less than 30% of his matches since he started. And it's like, it's amazing he's still as over as he is.
Yeah, because there's no believability he's going to win.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you know, here we go. John Cena's won a match. He's out hugging children and hugging fans and stuff. And it's like, all right, yeah. So it meant nothing. You know,
this is
Bray Wyatt should be going around and recruiting people, not losing people. You know, like the Bludgeon Brothers. There should be 20 of them. He should be recruiting these people like zombies.
Yeah, like the what's it called, the Ministry.
Yeah, exactly like the Ministry.
Or even in a weird way, the Straight Edge Society.
Yeah. For example, it should have been a faction. The Wyatt family should have been a faction. And they broke it up, they brought it back, they added Strowman, they broke it up. It's like, just make up your mind.
Like, for this match, I think it's a throwaway for me. Like, it's standard Cena, and it's But it's Bray Wyatt. Like they should have, to me, they should have called an audible and just gone, Bray, you're going over.
Yeah, that would have made sense. It was very throwaway. It seemed very last minute. It's like, oh shit, we've got Cena. We haven't got a build for him. Who else has not got a build? Oh, you two.
Imagine the reaction if Bray had won, and the would have had afterward of like, I beat Cena at Mania.
Yeah,
that would have been a moment that had been remembered even to this day.
Yeah,
but I think there's a reason that hasn't happened, and why it didn't go over was potentially what happened in the next match.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want really anything like a shock value to, obviously on a negative sort of side, to overshadow what happened, potentially. Or even take any light or shine off the next thing that happened in the next match. It's a possibility. But yeah, shall we move on?
Yes.
So John Cena gets the win in 22-25.
Which was okay. It did seem that length. It was about its length, I'd say. So
I guess 2.5 from me for the majority.
So, yeah. I think I'd be probably slightly generous, but I think we're in agreement on that match. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Small footnote. Obviously, coming up next, we had the Hall of Fame sort of ceremony, sort of thing.
Welcome everyone to the WWE Hall of Fame induction ceremony.
Our next inductee isn't just one of the greatest ring psychologists our business had ever seen. My friends, he wrote the book on it.
If you can get into that ring and make a child smile, there's nothing like it.
She was a source of encouragement, strength, and inspiration to so many. She is my nemesis. She is my partner in crime. She's Lita.
That just happened? How did I do all that? So I want to thank all these people that took a chance on me and saw something early on.
Please join me in welcoming one of the greatest managers of all time, Paul Bearer, into the WWE Hall of Fame.
We want to thank the whole WWE universe for being able to share our Father with all of you.
Oh, yeah!
It is with much humility that I joined the WWE Hall of Fame class of 2014.
My hero, our icon, Carlitos Colón.
Yo acepto este reconocimiento y para mí es un honor. Muchas gracias. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Razor Ramon.
Hey, yo. Hard work pays off. Dreams come true. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do.
He is a true WWE icon and legend.
The Ultimate Warrior is a legend today, and he will continue to run into the hearts and minds of fans throughout generations to come.
Where everyone gets carted out for 2 minutes and then told fuck off backstage.
Of course, the interesting note is here you have the main person from the Hall of Fame is the Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, which is sad when you think back because 2 days later after... Well, he died 2 days after Mania. I mean, he appeared on Raw and then died the next day.
His final pay-per-view appearance.
Yeah, if you want to... Yeah.
According, from IMDb, according to Hulk Hogan, he was ordered by executives to stay away from Jim Hellwig, aka the Ultimate Warrior, due to the real life tension between them. But when he ran into Hellwig backstage, he went up to him and apologised.
Oh, fair play. I mean,
yeah.
At least that's peace made 2 days before he died. There's some poetic justice there.
Yeah.
It seems all too coincidental to me. I don't know if Warrior knew he was going. He didn't look. To be honest with you, he didn't look.
Yeah,
he did not look healthy. He did not look healthy.
People say he didn't look well there at the show, and like obviously he comes out on Raw, and it's like they sort of keep the camera above his legs, because like apparently he's like pretty much hobbling to the ring.
Yeah.
He just looked like really small and weak and like so.
Yeah.
The fact that he died the next day, it's a fucking miracle he even got up to the ring.
It's one of them things.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
Do we know why he passed?
Uh,
I don't remember anything coming out about it. Not that I'm bothered. It's sad that he died.
I think I want to say like a heart attack or something heart related.
Yeah, I want to say it was something heart related.
I just remember it was like he was leaving a hotel and pretty much collapsed outside the hotel or something.
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's what I remember of it.
So yeah, very sad. Well, not sad at the time. It was obviously a celebratory sort of thing.
Here, an autopsy revealed Warrior died of a heart attack caused by atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease.
So,
Right,
so I think he knew he was going.
Maybe.
I think he knew he was going. But yeah, we'll move on to something. We'll move on to something else. Daniel Bryan's shoulder being treated backstage, so we got a little bit of an update, basically reinforcing the fact that Triple H fucked him up earlier in the night to make his job even harder later in the evening.
Yeah.
And then I'd say we had the semi-main event next.
For over 2 decades, it has been the lone constant in WWE. The one true certainty at WrestleMania. The streak.
The Phenom! The Prince of Darkness!
It is a standard that has no equal.
Undefeated at WrestleMania!
21 times, the very best have tempted fate. 21 times, they have failed. All victims of the ultimate seduction. To be the one to end it all. Legends, giants, champions, icons have all crashed upon the rocks of this irresistible temptation. Their mangled bodies piling up with each passing year.
He is truly superhuman! 21-0 at WrestleMania!
Is there no man who can defeat this collector of souls?
Obviously, the answer is no. But what about a heartless, ruthless barbarian, mastering in cruelty and fueled by rage? A beast incarnate, whose natural instinct is to inflict pain. The affirmation he seeks is your contempt, your disgust, your disdain. Who lives by the mantra, eat, sleep, conquer, repeat. No one will ever forget what he's about to do. 21 and 1. And then the smallest number becomes the biggest. He is the one. Brock-Lesnar. All good things do indeed come to an end. It's kind of pathetic, really. The last rite of a celebrated career. Your precious undefeated streak, 21, will finally be broken. And one, your beloved Phenom, will be no more.
21 and 1! Streak dies! Streak's over! Streak's over!
Eat, sleep, conquer, repeat. Eat, sleep, conquer, repeat. Eat, sleep, conquer, repeat. Eat, sleep, conquer. The streak.
Yeah. It is,
Which
well,
was.
Co-main event, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, co-main event, semi-main event, whatever you want. I mean, the Undertaker match now, well, at this point was one of the main events. I would say less so now, because it's kind of lost its sparkle since his defeat. But, spoilers. We have Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar, at which point Undertaker was unbeaten at this point.
Yes, 21-1. I would
21
like to
and
question... Yeah, 21-0, sorry, at this point. He ends up 21-1.
Spoilers. I was looking forward to watching that match as well, Bunkle.
Everyone's seen it.
Yeah, if you're a wrestling fan and you haven't seen this match, or you say you've not seen this match, you're a liar.
Yeah.
Everyone's seen this match.
Yeah.
There's not really much to talk about. It was all just spot, finisher, spot, finisher. You know, there wasn't really much to go over.
To see this damn thing.
To note first, you've got Lesnar. Lesnar comes out first, standard entrance, standard Lesnar.
Yeah.
And then for Taker's entrance, you get the series of caskets with the names and numbers.
Yes.
Of the victims.
And Shawn Michaels, for some reason, has 2 coffins. Like, did you cut him in half? Is one for his soul?
It was
what about the 3 for Triple H?
It was the little people's court tore him in half.
Yeah. Just pulled him apart.
Remember that episode of Raw?
Oh, yeah.
You put Triple H corpses and you had to send for the man.
Yes. But yes, there was, like I say, you know, I don't know if any of you two thought any different. There was a good story told in this match, saying showing how much of an actual legitimate threat Brock Lesnar actually was during this match, and how vulnerable Taker was.
Yeah,
in this match, it was a really good story. I mean, the way it was told, the facial expressions, the way Brock Lesnar was just smirking throughout the entire match, looking down at the Undertaker, quite a big chunk on the match.
That doesn't help with the fact the concussion earlier.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was concussed to fuck, wasn't he?
The thing that got me is, it's like, Lesnar, you know, I think it's while Undertaker's entrance is going on, and Jerry the King Lawler is sat there and he goes, you know what, it'll be even more impressive if he beats the Undertaker tonight than Brock Lesnar going to the UFC and winning the World Heavyweight title in only his 4th fight. No, it won't. The Undertaker's an old man. Brock Lesnar is legitimately a decent fighter.
This is it. I mean, if this match happened 10 years ago, previous, if this happened in 2004, if this had happened in 2004,
we'd be looking at an absolute clinic. It'd be an awesome match.
Yeah, absolutely.
If this match had been in 2004, it would have been amazing. Unfortunately, Brock Lesnar doesn't really seem to care, and the Undertaker is old.
Yeah,
so
at this point, he's broken down.
Yeah. It's like I keep seeing these things on Facebook. Oh, which Undertaker do you want to see come back at this year's WrestleMania? We are now 4 years removed from this, where he looked incredibly old. I don't want to see the Undertaker at WrestleMania. This should have been the end.
Yeah, this is it. I mean, obviously, partway through this match, they were both blown up at the same time. I mean, they were knackered.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Taker was just pretty much dead. You know, Brock Lesnar, who resembled a cloud, he was dropping that much moisture. You know,
yeah.
You know, it was bad. I mean, it was bad. There was a few good spots in this match. I mean, one that sticks out to me was when Undertaker was going for the old school, which is then counted into an F5.
Yeah, that spot's awesome.
That was sick.
That is really good.
That was it was insane.
It's like you see them do it with, like, you know, the cruiserweights and stuff. The Undertaker's a 300-pound man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And to catch him like that, it was like, yeah, okay, that's impressive. That's really impressive.
But if you notice as well, when it was all starting this match, the crowd was silent.
Yeah, in anticipation.
It was eerie. It was like, oh god, we've got to have all our attention on this match. You know, it was like the Undertaker's not had this such a threat in his entire career at WrestleMania. This is most likely the time that he's going to have the streak broken, and it ended up being so. But
yeah,
it's just added something that is like, wow. It's like the whole mystique, and it added some. For me, it added something to this match. It was like, I can't bring it to words. It was like, I'm struggling to find the words. It was like, I think it was an anticipation. It was sort of like you say, an anticipation of what was going to happen, and just sheer wonderment of what was going to happen.
It's legit. To be fair, it's one of the few times where you legitimately don't know what was going to happen.
Yeah, I 100% agree, because at the time we didn't know. No one thought Taker were going to lose.
To be fair, the Undertaker was 1 to 100. It was 100 to 1. You could back Brock Lesnar in William Hills for 100 to 1 at this time to win.
Yeah, that's how well kept a secret this was. Yeah,
you know what I mean. And then obviously, Paul Heyman adding to it, with that promo.
God, how good was Heyman in this match?
Oh, Heyman's excellent.
Oh God, how good was Heyman? I mean,
absolutely brilliant.
He felt every move that Lesnar took. He was throwing every single punch that Lesnar was punching. It was the facial expressions, the shouting, the mannerisms, everything. He was on point that match. It was like it was Paul Heyman's WrestleMania moment as well, and it was.
Yeah, because it definitely was.
When, obviously, spoiler alert, Lesnar hits the final F5 to Taker and pins him. You just see Lesnar gets up, and you just see Heyman, all elbows on the apron, hands over his face, like, oh my god, you did it.
yeah, almost in disbelief.
Absolute disbelief. It was like just selling. It was like, oh my fucking god. And the way the crowd cheered and then went silent.
Yeah. You see, it's like...
It was like... sort of like...
The question is, I don't know. Paul Heyman says, legitimately, what if it wasn't supposed to happen that way? And Brock Lesnar just thought, you know what? I'm gonna knock him out. I'm gonna, give him a concussion. I'm gonna do him in, and I'm gonna pin him because I'm Brock Lesnar and I can.
Yeah, fuck you, bitch.
What if? We don't know. But there's only three people in the world who do know: Brock Lesnar, The Undertaker, and Vince McMahon. And Vince McMahon would never tell you if that was supposed to happen or not.
This is true. I don't even think Paul Heyman knew.
That's it. That's it. If Paul, to me, it's all. If he didn't know, then if he did know, his reaction and his selling is perfect in this match.
Absolutely.
If he genuinely didn't know, I'm not shocked.
This is it. I don't even think the commentary team
so well.
I don't even think the commentary team know. It was the way
the commentary team talking like Taker's got a chance of winning.
This is all the way through. I mean, Michael Cole at the end, obviously the free count was being counted. Just the way he was talking, it was like, and the streak is I'm expected to say still alive. And then obviously as the final call, it was like, is over.
Yeah.
And then just silence.
Yeah. And the thing is, all three of them are like, what do we do now?
Yeah, this is it. All they do is stand up and give a standing ovation.
Yeah. What did you think, Coxie?
It was one of them, like, it was, of course, everyone wasn't sure which way it was going to go. Like, you always thought, Taker can't lose a streak. It's like, but then it's like, well, he's over 20, he's hit over 20 now, so, like, is he going to retire with that perfect streak or not? You don't know.
This is it.
Then it's reading some trivia and stuff. It's like the commentators didn't know the ending, and according to Justin Roberts, there was that massive long pause at the end because they didn't know what was going on. Because he was in shock. There's like that famous meme of what's I can't remember the guy's name.
Ellis Mibber.
Yeah, the guy with the eyes bulging.
Yeah.
It was an
Don't
obvious
say
plant,
yes,
by
guy.
the way.
And there was no... They didn't ring the bell at the end because they didn't know it was added in later. But then there's all these, like, the conspiracies and stuff you read online of, like, oh, they announced it too early. Like, before the match finished, they put up a graphic saying, like, 21-1 or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a bit iffy, innit? But one thing I did notice at the end of this match, Jerry the King Lawler was obviously started talking again on the microphone, and he says, and I quote, "Don't know what's going on in the mind of the Undertaker," which was perfectly chimed in afterwards by a member of the crowd shouting, and I quote, "You suck! Boo!"
What, at Lawler?
No. I kid you not. Jerry the King Lawler says, and I quote, "I don't know what's going through the mind of the Undertaker," and someone perfectly, after that sentence is finished, shouts, "You suck, boo."
Yeah.
I was like, yeesh. When I heard that, I was absolutely wetting myself laughing. It was perfect. I'm surprised. It's probably appeared on Botchamania. I would not be shocked. But, yeah, you need to watch this match and listen out at the end.
Yeah.
You need to listen out. I lost my shit. It was funny.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I didn't notice it at the time when I was at my friend's house watching it because I was all in shock.
I remember I was live tweeting it and we were all just sat here staring at each other.
Like, what do we do now?
I had my phone in one hand and my beer in the other, and I was like, what the fuck? It's like, the fuck?
Like, it was like the air got sucked out the room.
It wasn't that. It was watching the crowd and stuff, and there was just silence. And I just remember there with my phone in my hand tweeting, "The silence, my God, the silence."
Yeah, it was like what was worse though was that people cheered it. So they thought it was a 2 count.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they realised, oh shit, it's a 3.
Yeah, the thing is, they didn't ring the bell. So, imagine being sat up in the gods and everyone's like, you hear the people down the front going, yeah.
Yeah, but the only giveaway was the referee doing the sign to ring the bell.
Yeah, yeah.
The
thing is, conspiracies are going to run wild with something like this because, like you say, they didn't ring the bell. They didn't, nobody knew. Yeah. And at the end of the day, it is a WrestleMania moment, is the only way I can put it. It is that's stunning. It's that almost unbelievable because you thought, there's no, you know what? Taker's that old now. They're going to let him go with the streak intact as a, it's like almost like paying homage to him. They're going to say, go right up into the sunset, sign a Legends deal and blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, no, Brock Lesnar just thought, no, just going to kill him. Huh.
It was a possibility, but...
No, you know what I mean? That's what it's like. Shit. Because nobody other than Brock Lesnar could do that. If anybody else had beaten The Undertaker, their career would have been over. Because he wouldn't be able to come back from it. You know what I mean? That's why, I think, was it Randy Orton was supposed to beat him when he fought him at WrestleMania? And Randy Orton turned it down. He said no.
Taker pushed it and was like, well, he's a legend killer. So why not kill the streak? But then there's that thing, because this is all hyped up from that UFC fight when Taker was there, and he just looks at Lesnar and goes, you want to do it?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it does stem from there. Yeah, I remember that promo. Well, not even a promo. I remember the footage.
Yeah. So, it's
one of them. The announcers are talking like Taker's died.
Oh, it's the Owen Hart...
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of them, it was a decent match, considering how if Taker did get concussed early or whatever.
Oh, it was a fucking great match.
Brock did great to carry him through it, and
It made me think better of Brock Lesnar, actually, when I heard that The Undertaker was concussed, because I expect The Undertaker to have carried Brock Lesnar through the match. But, I mean, like we said at the beginning, The Undertaker looks old here. He looks like he's on the way out. I mean, you know, when I was actually reviewing the match, my wife comes in and she goes, "Oh shit, I didn't even realise that was The Undertaker," until I mentioned it was.
Mm.
He
because he doesn't look like himself.
Here's the thing, though. He's old, and he's on his way out. He looks it. That was 4 years ago.
I know.
He looks like a veteran who should be main eventing in a gym after working on like a bloody garage all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. So what have you put down for ratings for this?
I'm going to give it a 4.5 simply for the shock factor.
Yeah.
There is that. I put 4. I've given it a 4.
Yeah, purely for shock factor, 4. If Taker had won, this match would have easily been a 2. It could quite easily have been, because it would have been like...
Flush it down the toilet match, it's the same as anything else. But like you say, the moment, the history that they've made in this match... Yeah, the history that was made in this match, it's a special moment that if you watched it live, you're never, ever, ever going to forget that as a wrestling fan. Where you were, what you did. It's the wrestling equivalent of a member of the royal family dying. Let's be honest. There's that streak going.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, it's what it is. It was treated that way by the fans. It was treated that way by the announcers. You know, it deservedly so as well. I mean, obviously the match, you know, it was okay. It was not hard to watch. There was a few good spots in it, you know, and Taker looked good, and Lesnar looked amazing. There's not really much else to add to that, really, is that go watch for yourself and make your own mind up, basically, because it's one of the matches that it's on the... I would say it's on the wrestlers' big starters, like starter pack, if you want to get a general history of WWE.
I think it's one of those. It's essentially it's a must-see match.
Yeah, agreed.
Especially from the past, definitely the past 10 years or so.
It's one of the most important matches in WWE history in the past 10 years, easily. In fact, if not one, it's easily in the top. I'd say I'd put it in the top 3.
The thing is, the only thing that created more shock and a bigger reaction was when The Miz won the title and we ended up with Miz Girl, or when Wade Barrett beat John Cena at Survivor Series and grown men cried. There's the only things where you've seen the crowd look like that are these moments. But this one happens to be at the biggest WrestleMania probably of all time, in the biggest spotlight of all time, with the two biggest stars at the time. You know what I mean? It's in terms of part-timers, these are the two guys.
Yeah, these are the two Billy Big
The Undertaker's 22 years in the making for this match.
Yeah.
22 years worth of build.
There you go. Summed it up right there.
And so Brock Lesnar gets the win and conquers the streak in 25-12.
Which is a long match, considering you think about it.
Long.
On the card.
For somebody like The Undertaker to go that long with a concussion at that age is impressive it really is.
I agree.
And to be able to, for Brock to help him through the match if he's concussed as badly as was reported, it's a testament to how good Brock Lesnar actually is at wrestling.
Yeah, you mean how he can protect somebody if need be.
Yeah.
It's not Braun Strowman.
Well, if you're gonna knee Brock Lesnar in the face, expect a potato back. That's all I'm gonna
True.
say.
But yeah, we'll move on. Speaking of fucking potatoes, I'd rather I'd rather go and peel all my spuds that I've got in the cupboard than watch this next match. It was a Diva piss break match. The Vicky Guerrero Invitational for the Divas Championship, which was basically another Battle Royal.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, no, it wasn't. Was it? No, it was just a massive, like, scramble match sort of thing, wasn't it? Just everyone's in the ring.
It's just for notes on this one. It's Aksana's first and WrestleMania match.
Yeah,
it's Layla's last appearance.
Yeah,
I believe.
Everyone's also in the ring before the match starts, and the only person to get her own entrance was the champion AJ Lee.
How it should be.
Yeah, that's the way it was, and from that moment on, you realise there was only going to be one winner.
Well, it is also AJ Lee's first Mania match, so there you go.
Yeah, so I was trying to point stuff out in this match to write down, and it was just that much of a clusterfuck, you couldn't do it.
Oh, I wouldn't have tried to make any notes.
No, it was awful.
The only way that I looked at this is, you know, AJ Lee is the only one who gets the entrance. That's probably because she's the only one who's really any good in ring.
Yeah.
And then I think to last year's WrestleMania, where the champion didn't even get an entrance, and Naomi got her own entrance and ended up winning the belt. So it's like, oh, right, okay. Yeah. So we know who's going to win.
The best way to describe this match is there's an episode of Family Guy where Pete is like trying to make a fire. He's like, "Oh, I know. I'll sing 'We Didn't Start the Fire' by Billy Joel." And it's such really. So what happened in this match? Stuff.
Oh dear. I got to feel sorry for Layla though. Obviously, this was her last WrestleMania match. You know, because the Bellas possibly did the worst gutbuster on Layla ever I've seen on camera. It was awful.
That's because the Bella Twins suck dick.
Yes, they do.
They suck everyone's dick. Here we go.
Like I say, I wasn't aware that Eva Marie was even in the company in 2014. But she was in this match.
I've just read that now, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was like, she's been around that long? Jesus Christ.
This is also Emma's first WrestleMania and first pay-per-view.
Whose?
Emma.
Oh, right.
Pay-per-view match.
Yeah, this was in a little crazy sort of gimmick, wasn't it?
I believe so.
Yeah, the little dancing thing.
Yeah, I know which one you mean. I'm trying to make sense of what's going on while this is on my TV, and I cannot.
It's impossible, mate, so I wouldn't even try. I mean, the Bellas face off at some point, and Brie gets rack attacked, which is, you know, one of the most brain-dead, stupid moves I've ever seen, because you take the full impact of the fucking move.
Yeah.
And it's on your neck. Oh, hang on a minute, she's just had neck surgery. I wonder why.
Because she's a moron.
Exactly. But yeah, I'm trying to get us as quickly through this match as I possibly can you tell?
Well,
but basically,
it's like nothing. It's a spot fest.
Yeah, it's a spot fest.
I wouldn't even say it was a spot fest because they're not even doing good spots.
No, they're very sloppily, shittily done spots. The other thing that's done exceptionally.
Wait, her top's come off. What?
It's a spot to get your shit in, and then just to get the match, just to break.
Sorry,
it's
go on. What have you seen? What have you seen?
You know, oh crap, I can't remember her name. The one who said her favourite match was Melina versus Alicia Fox.
Oh, Cameron.
Her bra actually broke mid-match. She started to do a spot with Emma, runs into the corner, and Emma dodges out the way. Her bra bursts at the back, and she has to hold it on.
Fantastic.
And roll to the outside.
Jesus.
Fantastic. Sorry, Coxie, what was you saying, mate?
It's not fantastic. She's a dog. But nevertheless,
it's funny. It's like everyone just like everyone go outside, get your shit in, do these spots, and then this person wins, and nothing really happens, and it's pointless, and it's just a payday / get women in.
Yeah, I agree.
Even Marie's actually getting a spot.
Yeah, it won't last long. But for me, like I say, the only decent thing to happen in this match was AJ Lee's Black Widow and Naomi, which always looks slick.
Yeah, that's because it was really cool.
Yeah, it was a really cool move. Naomi taps out. AJ retains. 2 out of 5. Blah. It was there. Feel better due to the fact my bladder's now empty.
Even now, some random trivia on this. The Divas Championship Invitational was the only Divas Championship match in WrestleMania, and it was the first Women's Championship match, the first WrestleMania Women's Championship match of any kind since WrestleMania 23.
Jesus.
So
7 years without a defence.
Women's wrestling is important, you know.
Yeah, I know. That showed out the decline of it, didn't it? It was like the second dip.
This is probably why, like...
I just saw that Gutbuster.
Yeah, it was awful, isn't it?
It's absolutely disgraceful.
It's like I say, it's the first thing that I wrote down after saying I couldn't find anything to write. It's like, yeah, that's terrible.
Just got a thing of... I just seen Rosa Mendez from behind. She looks like a tranny.
Oh dear!
The triple woman bloody sharpshooter, which didn't go as planned because Eva Mendes broke it up.
Yeah.
You mean Eva Marie? Eva Mendes is an actress.
They're all the same. Oh, well, look at...
Dude!
You can't say that!
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
For fuck's sake. Cox is like, I'm not controversial.
Controversial on this podcast, you know?
Oh, no. I don't have my "you done fucked up" sound effect, so unfortunately I can't add that in.
Jesus.
I can easily get it again. Yeah, we need a corner. We need a Zandig Jesus at that point.
I've just noticed the bra spot.
Oh.
Yay! I wasn't the only one.
I actually missed that. I don't know how.
Well, it's more the fact that Emma's gone for the tarantula in the corner, and I don't know how bloody Cameron or Naomi is managing to take that spot without like the top just coming off. And
I know, it's just like ping. The thing is, on what side of the ring was it?
The corner.
The commentator side.
Yeah,
oh god, so JR would have not JR. King would have loved that.
Probably, yeah.
Dirty bastard.
But
yeah, I didn't think much of it.
Is it just me? Is Tamina actually look like she can wrestle a bit at this time?
Yeah, she was also younger.
Yeah, I suppose.
She's 40 now, so...
Jesus!
Yeah.
Yeah, she needs to hang them up.
Yeah, I'm just going to quickly do a quick Google on Tamina Snuka now on her age, but I'm sure she's 40. I could also be completely wrong.
And she gets Eva Marie. Oh dear.
Yeah, it's not great, is it?
It's good for me, little push then, just like, yeah, look at me, I'm gonna run like a bitch.
Yeah.
To the Bellas.
Yes.
To be fair, Paul throws out a 2 for this match.
That's been generous.
That is being generous. And yeah, I might have to give it, but the thing is, I may also have to give it a 2. Just because it was quite funny. And there were some bits that were quite good.
Yes, Tamina Snuka is 40.
Jesus. We have to do like a women's wrestling podcast. Where we just talk about women's wrestling.
There is one probably somewhere. There will be one somewhere. But
yeah, I think we'll do one.
Mm-hmm. We could do, actually. That's not a bad idea. But yeah, shall we move on to the main event?
Bunk will also chime in with next. It's like, let's do a true crime episode.
Don't. This week, Benoit.
No, we can do a true crime episode of what happened to The Undertaker building up to when it's SummerSlam 93 or 94 when he got that bloody what's it from Naked Gun trying trying to like hunt him down or whatever.
Oh, Leslie Nielsen, what his name is.
Yeah, Leslie Nielsen.
He's playing the character of the detective to find the Undertaker before SummerSlam. I think it was against Yokozuna.
Jesus,
stuff building up to it.
Oh dear. A possibility, maybe as a spoof. That'd be fun.
AJ gets the win in 6:48.
It was 6 minutes too long.
Yeah,
we spoke about it for longer than 6 minutes. That's quite depressing.
Yeah, we did. We gave it too much limelight. I actually do think we talked about it possibly about the same length as the Cena Wyatt match.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
No, long.
Main event time.
I'd say so. I would say
and
so.
And here comes Randy Orton, the champion, out first.
Well, of course, hold on. First of all, just before we cover this,
what?
You could jump to backstage. Gene is with Gene Mean even is with Hulk Hogan when Roddy Piper and Paul Orndorff jumping with Mr. T.
Yeah, and they all shake hands.
Oh,
that's pretty much it.
Nostalgia.
No, it's not nostalgia because the only person anybody gives a shit about is Hogan.
Hence why I said that sarcastically, mate.
You see, what they could have done there, though, rather than doing all that crap, is have Stone Cold Steve Austin walking around handing beers out. Now, that would have been nostalgic.
Well, they literally got them forward in the middle of it, and you see Stone Cold go, "Now kiss."
Or just stun them all.
They just have had Austin walk out during like Orton's entrance and start giving beers to people for no reason. Like, what's he doing? It's Austin. He just does this.
Yeah.
No, I can imagine this happening in about 20 years' time. Don't mind him, his Alzheimer's just kicked in.
No, like
handing out a beer, just goes, "What?"
The match is on. The match is going on, and Austin's just still walking around the ring, just giving beers to people for no reason.
I got Austin in 20 years' time. I was like, "Austin, are you in promo? What? Are you in promo? What?" And someone switched his hearing aid on. Click. Are you in promo? No.
But then, even after the pay-per-view is finished, like all the confetti's coming down, and Austin's still there giving beers to people. Like, go home. Like, Austin, I've got to work tomorrow. What?
He's still going on. He's still handing beers out when the basketball game's on.
Yeah. Why not? Fuck it, it's Austin, it's what he does. Sap himself out.
Oh, God.
So, yes, of course, out first, he hears voices in his head as Rev Theory is doing his stream live.
Aye.
It's Randy Orton.
Meh.
Yeah, the champion coming out first. So, yeah, I hate that.
The champion should always come out last. Was it Batista that came out second?
Yes. I just wanted to note, though, there's only 2 titles defended on this whole pay-per-view, and they're in the last 2 matches.
Yeah, the tag belts weren't defended on the main card, were they? Neither was the Intercontinental or the US. But I think it was both champions in the Andre the Giant Battle Royal.
I couldn't even tell you who they were.
I'm not sure, but it would. I think this year they're trying to make a massive deal out of the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, and then obviously just gave up on it. But yeah, Batista comes out second, and then obviously you've got Daniel Bryan coming out last, which in a storyline sense, again, doesn't make sense, because you've got 2 authority guys coming out before the guy that's fighting the authority. Surely if you're trying to milk this injury, you even to the second, you'd make him wait longer. We'd get him out earlier.
Yeah, well, that was what partly my thinking was. You'd have Daniel Bryan come out first and have whoever comes out second beating the crap out of him while the other guy walks to the ring.
Yeah, there is that.
You know what I mean? At the end of the day, Batista and Randy Orton don't really care who wins as long as one of them wins, as we'll come to find out during this match. You know, you should have just said, Bryan comes out first, crowd's hyped for it, yeah, and then he just starts getting his ass kicked. Straight away, they should go after the shoulder. Which is all that happens anyway, but he comes out last, so he's had a longer rest, which, as you say, doesn't really make sense with the story.
This is it. I mean, obviously, it doesn't make much of a difference whether he comes out first or whether he comes out last. Just for storytelling sort of purposes, it makes more sense to do it that way.
Well, interestingly as well, this is the first WrestleMania to only have one World Championships match since WrestleMania 18.
Yeah, because they were unified at this point, weren't they?
Yes.
Sort of like an undisputed champion sort of era, which I think I mentioned on, was it WrestleMania in 17? When they had the undisputed, was it? Or was that Jericho? 18, sorry, 18. Yes. Where I said that obviously it was the second coming of the undisputed championship. In a way,
should always have stayed that way. To be fair, don't need two world champions.
No. Well, this is it. But yeah, we start out and just straight away they take out Bryan, pretty much. Bryan on the offense quick, but then gets taken out. So, they make it him a non-factor pretty much early on.
Yeah.
And every now and again you see Bryan coming in out of nowhere, especially like that, because I think it was like a drop kick or something. It came from behind the camera at some point.
There's a point where there's another point like it's basically that's kind of what Bryan does. It's like almost like trying to pick his spots, but he just keeps getting taken out. So it's like there's a superplex. I think it was to Orton, and then you turn around and Daniel Bryan's already flying off the top rope for a headbutt, and then straight away gets thrown out of the ring. But it's like, it's getting his shots in while, almost not taking too much punishment really, because he's just getting thrown straight back out.
Well,
and the match kind of goes pretty much. It might as well be a one-on-one, but with Daniel Bryan he's almost like a manager, isn't he? Like interjecting every now and again.
In a way, I mean,
he never builds up too much momentum until the end.
This is it. I mean, he takes them out at the end, but he gets his few licks in, he gets his shit in, and then one of them he'll take on one, and then the other one will come in and just fucking, they'll take him out from behind, and that'll be him. That'll be it then. And then it'll be a bit of a spot, a bit of a spot between Batista and Randy Orton. Then it'll go back to Bryan again. Triple H and Seth eventually also get involved in this match.
Yeah. To be fair, that comes a bit later on. I mean, there's one really awesome spot where Orton and Batista basically start working together to double team Bryan, and they pull apart the announce tables. Yes. And Batista's on one, and Randy Orton sets the steps up next to the other table, and I'm thinking, what? I can't really remember this match. I was thinking, what the hell's going on here? And he picks him up to Batista bomb him, and as he throws him, Orton jumps across from the steps and RKO's him through the table. And I was like, that looked awesome. That spot looked incredible.
Do you want to add a sprinkle of spice onto that little description for you? If you watch the way Randy Orton lands on that RKO, he doesn't land on the table. He lands on one of them big TVs. So it's like he bends around this TV.
Shit.
It's not nice. It really isn't. It's absolutely horrible.
It's a bloody great spot, though. I mean, props to them both for taking it. I mean, Batista just stood there like, I'm a part-time player.
Yeah.
And then proceeds to beat the crap out of Randy Orton, which would make sense. But, it was that... I'm tempted to say that spot of the night.
Yeah, it was brutal. I mean, it got a This Is Awesome chant, which was the only one of the night.
Yeah, the only true one of the night, yeah.
Yeah, it was that. I mean, partway through this match, obviously, like I said, like you say, Stephanie and Triple H get involved, and they take out the referee, and they replace the referee with the authorities one.
Yeah.
Which then Daniel Bryan takes out and does a suicide dive onto Stephanie, Triple H, and Armstrong.
Yes, yeah.
So, there's a period of time, obviously, when that happens with the table and stuff like that, where there is no referee because we've got Red Ring of Ref.
Well, I mean, they say it's no DQ anyway because triple threats are no DQ, aren't they?
This is true.
but he's really good. I mean, it wasn't what I expected from the match. The problem is the crowd doesn't care about Randy Orton and Batista. They don't.
No, they're all not, there for Bryan.
They're not interested in. So we have long spots in this match of almost perfect silence because they don't give a shit what Batista and Randy Orton do to each other. They don't care. They just want Bryan. And the way the story's told is Bryan, like as we've said, he's he almost has to bide his time and then try not to get more injured when he does interject. Yes. So I mean, when he gets the point where they're taking him out on the stretcher and he gets off the stretcher, crowd goes insane. That was the moment when it was like, yeah, it's no matter what happens, Bryan's the making of this match almost.
Yeah, if Bryan wasn't here, it would have been. I will not necessarily say it was going to be a snore fest, but it wouldn't have been half as good as it was. I mean, I just see crowd participation.
A lot of people would have left. If this match had actually been billed as Batista versus Randy Orton, because Batista won the Rumble and whatnot, no one's still in the crowd.
No,
everybody goes after the Taker match.
People were starting to turn on Batista at this point as well, weren't they? So,
well, they kind of turned. They always. This is the thing that the WWE doesn't really understand. It's it's all well and good bringing back these part-timers, but unless they were, The Rock or they were Stone Cold Steve Austin, there was someone of that ilk, the crowd's always going to turn on them. We don't want them thrown in our face type of thing. Batista comes back on Monday Night Raw. On the Sunday, he's winning the Royal Rumble, and it's like, no, we don't want this. Why is this guy suddenly better than everybody else on the roster who's still wrestling every day? But they've done a good job of, I want to say, almost getting away from that. I mean, Lesnar's part-time, but it's a bit different, innit?
Yeah, it's in a way it's worse, though.
Yeah.
He's your champ and he's not defending it. When was the last time he defended the belt? Really, apart from that triple threat clusterfuck at Royal Rumble. I can't remember. Was it? I don't even think did he defend it at Survivor Series?
I don't think so. I think the last time was the Rumble, obviously, other than the odd live events. But there was that. It was that GIF out recently, meme even, where Lesnar's combined time in pay-per-view matches this year was like less than an hour. Seth Rollins last week on Raw.
Yeah, it was like an hour in that gauntlet match.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was stupid. We're going back to this match. Batista's conditioning wasn't that great. I'll be honest with you, he was blown up pretty early. Yeah,
again, that's the thing, isn't it? It's part time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's all well and good. It's like any sport. Yeah, the pros, they're in the condition to do that sport. And if you take time away from it, you lose that conditioning, or at least a bit of it. It's like when I used to do jiu-jitsu. Take a week out, it's unbelievable how much cardio you've lost.
Mm.
And that's just 1 week. Batista's taken, I don't know, year, 2, whatever it is off. And then he's making a comeback in bloody WrestleMania.
Yeah, fair point. Coxie, what have you thought? What do you think of this match?
It's one of them. There's evident they're still giving Bryan time to actually have a breather and stuff. The majority of it seems to be Batista Orton, and the odd spot with Bryan where he just gets taken out, and then it's just these two over each other again.
He's still getting his shit in, though, like you said, but he's only doing a certain percentage of the match.
Yeah. Like, it's... Again, it's not the best, like, main event, especially for Mania, but obviously they're going to send the crowd home happy. So... you can't have been... I'm sure we all, like, called it and said, like, obviously Bryan's winning.
Yeah. It was predictable as hell.
Oh, yeah. No one wanted to see Evolution take on each other in the main event.
This is it.
No.
Having Flair running down the ramp, wooing, just going, "Why are we fighting, guys? We're supposed to be Evolution."
Running down with his Smirnoff Ice.
Yeah. Looks on. You got iced. What? You got iced. Now you got to get down on one knee and chug a Smirnoff Ice. Why? Because we're young. We're young in our 40s, and well, you guys are, but.
But yeah, it was. I thought it told a good story. This match. I mean, obviously we're closing in now into like the climax of the match, where it was just RKO's and Batista bombs here, there, and everywhere. You had.
Yeah, there was a lot. There was a lot of, now it's time for my finisher. Now it's time for my finisher. But it was well told. Again, it's a continuation of the Triple H match from earlier. It's the underdog story, but in these triple threat kind of roles, and with these two guys, they're not like Triple H. Triple H is, told an excellent story. It was, consistently working the shoulder. These guys just do moves to Daniel Bryan. It's not a, I'll do this specific shoulder lock to wear him down or anything like that. It was
just a big impact move.
Just do a move.
Yeah, it was just an impact move into an impact move into an impact move, which, yeah, okay, it looked good, but it doesn't really tell much of a story. But yeah, as I've written it down, it says RKO teasing for the finish. So we all, Orton teasing to a punt to take
Batista out.
Yeah, but then he's interrupted with a flying knee from Bryan, and then he's thrown out the ring by Batista, which leads to a 2 count. Then Batista bombs to Orton, to which point Batista is then taken out with a flying knee.
Yeah.
To which then sets up the yes lock for the tap out.
Yeah.
And the crowd go absolutely batshit.
Yeah.
Absolutely batshit.
Daniel Bryan gets the win in 23-20.
Which it didn't seem.
No, it does. To be fair, it does a good job of not feeling that long.
But I've they've got a new champion because I dubbed this WrestleMania the Bryan Mania, because it was the story of Daniel Bryan this whole show. Daniel Bryan and friends.
Yeah,
basically.
This show was about Daniel Bryan. But I mean, I'll come into that a bit more when we give our closing statements.
We'll put the actual match itself. Now, originally they put a 5 out of 5. I thoroughly enjoyed the match. I mean, I enjoyed match after match after move after move after move, and I still think to this now as I'm talking about it, I really did enjoy the match. It's not a 5 out of 5 though for me now. In hindsight and in conversation while thinking about it, obviously there wasn't the storytelling like there was in the first match. You had a lot of decent spots though. Some of the spots were a lot better, more entertaining. There's a slightly different aspect to it when you throw an extra man into the ring as well. So for me, again, I'm going to give it the same score as the first match, which was a 4.5. It was entertaining as all hell. Let's be honest, the match was great. But it didn't tell as good a story as the first match, so I think 4.5, maybe 4.25 if I'm being stingy. Even so, a great main event and a great way to send the fans home.
See, I'm going to go 3.5.
Oh, okay.
Simply because it wasn't like you said, there wasn't much wearing in terms of wearing down or anything. It was literally just like, right, let's take out Bryan, which they failed in doing. And you knew what was going to happen essentially when as soon as like Daniel Bryan was announced that he's going to be in this match. Like, he's going to win because they're going to send the fans home happy, especially within like a landmark mania.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's going to be one of them. We want it to be memorable, so we're going to have Bryan go over.
Yeah, not in an air quotation filler mania, which is what I think we're going to get this year.
But also, as a side note, I've just noticed my sign of the night during Daniel Bryan's celebration, a Vote Quimby sign.
Yes, I saw that.
Along with Bautista.
Bautista, yes, I thought that a couple of times. Bautista. I put at the end of this match, there was so much, because I was watching it on my tablet at the time, there was that much confetti, it corrupted the feed. It actually made it so I couldn't actually see. It was like corrupting as it was going on. It was hard. It was basically freezing up my tablet. There was that much confetti and shit going on. So yeah, well done.
There is a ridiculous amount of confetti.
Yeah, fuck being the person who has to tidy it out, clean all that up.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was all right. Bunko, what did you think overall in that match?
To be fair, see. When I originally watched it this morning, I want to say I thought it was possibly match of the night. Like, I really enjoyed the Triple H match, but it was, I don't know, slightly slower than I wanted it to be. Whereas this match seemed to pick up the pace a lot compared to the rest of the card. I thought a lot of the card was quite slow, and then this, out of nowhere, was like, big move, big move, big move, big move. And it was like, whoa, this is different. So, I think I want to give it like a solid 4. If not, maybe a 4.5, just because on this show, it stands out as a big match because there was big moves and it was, storytelling took a back seat. It did in this match. But the story had been told earlier. The story had been told 3 hours ago. Yeah?
Yeah, this makes sense.
This served... Yeah, this served its purpose as, right, can we make it look like... can we make this look important, hard-hitting? It's big move after big move. I love the spot in the announce table as we were, gushed about before. And Bryan going over sends the fans home happy. The only person who anybody cared about on this whole card, really, was Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan came out, pop. During matches where he wasn't even on, Daniel Bryan chants.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This show was about Daniel Bryan, and they did an excellent job in the 2 matches of telling the story and then having him go over in something completely different.
Yeah, I agree. So, what would you say overall for this card, the whole WrestleMania?
I'll let Coxie go.
It's a bit like Mania 20. Like, probably in a few years' time, if wrestling carries on the way it is, or changes or whatever, there's like, I think it's going to be that thing of people are going to look back on it and go, yeah, this was a decent Mania actually, but there's just, I don't know, it's like there's some decent stuff, like you got the Daniel Bryan Triple H, Kane Outlaw Shield was just a shitstorm. Andre the Giant Battle Royal was a shitstorm. Cena Wyatt throwaway. Taker Lesnar, like, unpredictable, you don't know what's going to happen, brilliant. Well, story well done, everything like that. Divas, piss break. And then, of course, sending the fans home happy. Not the best Mania, but still worth a watch. So, Overall, I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
I think that's fair. I mean, I've given it a 4 out of 5 as well. I mean, maybe being slightly generous on that, maybe a 4 out of 5, and maybe a 3.75. But the first match was fucking exceptional, which for me was match of the night for a total, as an actual match, just because of the action involved and the storytelling that was there. You didn't need you didn't need to bounce somebody around the arena for that story to be told. The Taker match just for the moment, and the actual match itself was really good. The main event was alright. I thought it was absolutely fine. It served its purpose. It was pretty good. I don't think the Andre the Giant Battle Royal was as bad as people make it out to be. The first one was made out to be sort of a real decent sort of big deal. You had the odd stupid shit spot with Santino or whatever, but you also had some utterly amazing moments in it, like the Cesaro swing, and you had the Big Show getting power slammed over the top rope, things like that. The Cena Wyatt match, it was what it was. It weren't good, it weren't great, it weren't bad either. It just, like you say, it was throwaway. It was just there. Yeah, so I'd say 4 out of 5, maybe 3.75 if I'm being stingy. Would recommend to somebody who is wanting to get into the more modern sort of WWE, isn't too interested in the historic side. Probably the best WrestleMania of this particular decade, up to date, but let's be honest, that's not saying a lot at the minute. So yeah, that's my thoughts on it. The Bryan show, I'm actually going to give it a 3.75.
See, you mean to be honest, I wanted to go into this thinking it was gonna be really. I don't want to say I wanted to go into it thinking it was going to be really bad, but I went into this thinking I don't remember much about this WrestleMania, other than obviously the Brock-Lesnar going over the Undertaker moment, and I was thinking to myself, when I initially saw the card and I saw the length of the matches, I thought, Jesus Christ, these matches that are long better be great. And, you know, because it's a 7-match show and it's 4 hours long. Whereas, you know, the ones we've reviewed previously are 3 hours long and have like 11 matches. But I think the first match was great. Like I say, a little bit slower than I expected, but still great storytelling. Put that together with the last match because it's the same storyline, and I think they did an excellent job. They really did a great job with that, and especially making the two matches so different, despite having the same outcome, essentially. I thought Undertaker Lesnar was great. I think if Taker had gone over, that match would have been the shits. It would have just been terrible.
Yeah.
But it's kind of I wrestle with myself because I want to give the pay-per-view a 4. I want to give it a 4 out of 5. But then I tell myself, well, can I give a 3-match show a 4 out of 5? And the answer is yes, because really it's only a 4-match show anyway. You know, I don't consider Andre the Giant Battle Royal to really mean anything just because of the way that they've always treated the winner. That's not my fault, that's their fault.
Well, the way I judged it, just to argue, it's just how it was built at the time. So
yeah,
at the time it was meant to be a big deal, so they actually gave it a bit of, you know, pushing and shit like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, on you go, mate.
Yeah, so, yeah, I was just, in essence, I'd give it a 4 out of 5. I think, you know, I would say, should you sit and watch the whole show? I say you don't need to. You definitely need to watch the Undertaker Brock Lesnar match if you've never seen it, just because of it is that bigger moment. And I would say watch the Triple H Daniel-Bryan match and the main event. I'd even, skip the rest of it. Just sandwich them both if you want, because it tells a great story, one leading into the other. I think it really did. I think I was surprised by how well it did it.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that. I can't disagree. So what basically we could say is, if you put this pay-per-view on, if you like a bit of nostalgia, watch the opening promo, watch the opening match, then skip to the Undertaker match, and then watch it from there, and then have a quick piss while the Divas are on.
Yeah.
Basically. That's what I would recommend on this show. If you do that, I think you're going to have a good time.
It sounds like when I watched the very first Transformers movie, we were about 45 minutes in. It's really good.
Then you watch the first 45 minutes.
I watched the first 45 minutes with the rest of it, and it's just like, this is dog shit.
It's like watching Hancock. Watch the first half of Hancock, and then as soon as Charlize Theron comes on, turn it off.
Oh dear. So yeah, what would you say in agreement? I'd say 3.5. Coxie's said 4. You've said 4. So as a lost start of podcasting score, I think we can call it a 4, can't we?
I'll go with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, 4 out of 5 would recommend.
Sweet.
So yeah, I think we've rated every single one 4 out of 5, haven't we? Or 4.5.
Just wait till next week.
Tune in and find out if this streak continues.
Well, anything left to add on Mania 30?
No. I just think it's a masterpiece compared to what's coming next. Fuck you, Bunkle.
You can join us week 4 of our road to WrestleMania. 1 week for WrestleMania 9.
I've already watched it and done the notes.
Let me just find the tagline, because I'm sure it's brilliant.
Oh god. We're shit like the US Grand Prix that used to be here.
Yes. So, we're going to take you back to 1993. With the first WrestleMania held outdoors, in front of 16,891 people at Caesar's Palace, the biggest in the world are coming to Las Vegas. It's WrestleMania 9. Join us, shall you?
Yes.
Join us next week. But I don't think we have to add, do we?
No, I think we're good.
Sweet. Well, for the lost art of wrestling, I've been Coxie.
I've been Billy the Boy Bunkle.
And I've been it's THG. Paul the Hat Guy for Linders.
And you've been listening to us talk about WrestleMania 30. Bye!